Okay, we should be live. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, oh no. It's just you guys didn't make any sound while you were
Oh,
hanging out.
okay.
No, we were just being
I was
very
like, did I
quiet.
lose sound?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Alright, good. Okay.
Yeah, I just
So,
need to get into the thing. Where's the thing?
like the Twitch chat? Or-
Yeah.
there's nothing happening there yet.
Yeah, for some
Although,
reason I can't find the text box in here. Oh well, it'll show up eventually, I guess.
I see your
You're
note
talking about
tilted.
in Zoom?
Hmm?
You're talking about in Zoom or in
About Twitch.
Oh, okay. You might have had it popped out for some reason.
Yeah.
Or it's that side arrow on the right side.
Yeah, I'm trying to and begin. Hello?
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 Alright, yes. Hello, everyone out there who may be watching. Welcome to day 18 of Community D&D on Arvin Elrond's channel with ShadowCrew Adventures, doing the Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. I am the host for this evening and the Dungeon Master, Shadowed Mage, he, him pronouns. I have some of my friends here with me to play this campaign. So I will get them to introduce themselves and the characters they're playing in this campaign, starting with the person next to me on the stream, who is Yoi.
Hello, Yoiko Wayne Lin, also known as Gubby, he, they pronouns, and tonight I am playing, along with a frozen bag of peas, my Barn Owl Aarakocra Echo Knight fighter, who loves his father very, very much. Haha.
Excellent. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll move along then to who is labeled on screen as Hoodie.
That's me. I'm sorry. I changed lighting and now all my camera settings are wrong. So I'm just, just going through that. It's fine. Hey, I'm Hoodie. He and pronouns. I play it somewhere. Hold on. Give me, where's the notes? Notepad 1. I am playing the adorable blonde-haired, green-eyed, cherubic Basil Globberpot, a 37-year-old Lightfoot halfling alchemist artificer. Okay, 2. Woo. I made it.
They shadowed one thing, because I know you're going to notice this eventually.
Yep.
Swap the cameras on me and Drew.
Whoops.
No, it was right.
I thought I had that right, but I had it wrong. There we
didn't
go.
notice that either.
I was about to notice it.
I was going to
probably-
introduce myself as Drew's character for a second.
Okay, so now we'll go to Tilted, who is now in the correct camera spot.
Yes. Hi everyone, I'm Tilted Gaming, he, him pronouns. Tonight I will be playing a Raven Aarakocra Gloomstalker Ranger of noble lineage called Cruce during the night, where we're currently kind of going day to day, but we're just going to say right now tonight I'm going to be playing the nighttime persona of Cruce known as the Aviary.
Very good. Yoi's reaction every time.
It's great. It's great.
And last but certainly not least, Drew.
Hello, everybody. I am Drew the Damager, he, him pronouns. I will be playing Callista Amberblood, the Twilight Cleric Tiefling.
Tiefling Twilight Cleric.
There we go.
Mhm.
That's the right order.
Very good.
It's only
very
his
good.
second time he's had to do the intro. It's okay, he'll get it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I gotta write it down like Hoodie.
Yeah, it really has just saved me.
Yeah. The hey idiot, read this but not this.
Yeah.
I was missing that this week, honestly. Is what happened.
because you can't do the joke too often, or it's not really a joke. It's gotta it'll pop up every so often when I'm really pressed to the wire.
True.
Okay. Yes, so we're on day 18 of our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. And last time, the crew, with their new party member Callista, had been on a mission from Jalister. This was for Peach, who is a member of the Lord's Alliance, to try and prove their worth, their and their friends' worth to the Lord's Alliance. And so then they were ordered to give a protective detail to some members of the Dung Sweepers Guild as they worked throughout the day in the Trades Ward. And so that they were told that it could take any number of days, expected to be at least 4, possibly up to 10. And we got up through to the third day, at which point there is a big commotion where coming out of a sewer near the City of the Dead were some carrion crawlers, along with some guards who were chasing them and being chased by them, trying to deal with them. And then they caught the attention of the party, and they were like, "Hey, come help!" So then they went and killed some carrion crawlers, but then the guards were saying, "But the carrion crawlers came out because it seemed like they were being chased by something in the sewers, and which was a shambling mound. But luckily, shambling mounds are slow, and have very low dexterity stat, so they were able to cheese the encounter and very easily defeat the shambling mound." And then,
To be fair, where there was like an immediate knockdown as soon as someone got hit.
Hello.
true,
That was me.
just like, oh, wham, wham. Oh no, Peach is down.
I am also engulfed. Hello.
You didn't quite get engulfed.
I didn't quite get engulfed, but it was getting close.
It was possibly going to happen. But then some more guards showed up, and the shambling mound was defeated. And then the guards all went, "Hooray, hooray, hooray for the adventurers who defeated all these things for us." And so now they're kind of becoming more well renowned as heroes in the City of Waterdeep, and that's pretty much where we left off. And hello, Emily the Invincible. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate having you in chat and watching us. So we will resume with kind of at just after the adoration from the guards and some of the townspeople, with you finishing out your shift of the protective detail on the third day of that.
I do want to think that Drew should make a perception check to see if he noticed the sword I was using.
I think I did.
I don't think we like specifically acknowledged it.
Well, it happened earlier in the session, but like because it was like, was it like Cruz had it like on his person, but then we didn't really do anything with it like after like once the aviary was then using it in battle. So
Correct. We didn't even like mention it for the most part until the shambling mound fight. It was sheathed, so there wouldn't have been really an opportunity to notice until after the fight, or during, I suppose.
That's pretty low. It's not super low, but it's kind of low.
I didn't even see what you rolled.
13. Did it not come up in the thing?
I don't
No,
think so.
it did not come out in the thing.
Did you refresh your character page after you had opened Roll20? Because I know
Oh, I might
often
not have.
And
forget
what would
about
be the
that.
competing roll? Would that be stealth in my case, or?
Well, it depends on if you were trying to hide it.
That's true. I mean, I probably would be a little skeptical about using it, but I knew in the moment let's just say I wouldn't have really tried.
There it goes.
14.
Okay.
For those who cannot see it.
yes. Suppose I could take us over to the other screen. Oh,
Whoa! That's the going to the other screen noise.
Smooth transition,
Uh-huh.
honestly.
Okay. So a 14. Yeah, so I guess Callista maybe gets like a hint of something that that there might be something up with this sword, but doesn't get the best look at it in order to ascertain that for certain it is emblazoned with like the magic and sigil of Solune.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. I just wanted to make sure he had the opportunity to feel awful if he didn't.
But Callista at least now suspects something about the sword.
Good. Let's have suspicion on the sword, not the person.
Oh, I'm sure other things will come up.
Oh, I'm 100% certain that other things will come up.
God, the end of the session before last was so stupid funny.
You mean Basil basically ratting out the AP?
No, it was more like, oh, did you know that Tam died via aviary?
No, I didn't. That's a tragedy.
So have we moved on from the Shambling Mound? Do I have? I had a question about that.
Sure.
You mentioned that the core of it, there was a dead I'm gonna call it Eladrin. I know you pronounce it a different way.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for this way, and that's the thing that stuck in my brain. A dead Eladrin corpse in the center of the Shambling Mound. Was there also soil there? You'd mentioned it was like Fey magic.
Yes.
Can I have taken like pots of that soil basically?
Sure.
Because I do want to hand them out to the different, like the Emerald Enclave and the Lafa, and
Yeah.
then have one for my place to grow specifically
Oh.
Feywild plants.
Fala.
Fala. There we go. It's there's an L and an F and then two A's somewhere in there.
But yeah, so like the lore of a shambling mound is usually that there's like some kind of like core to it, right? Which is what you're alluding to. Which then either gets hit by lightning or has some kind of weird fey magic happen to it and it starts growing into a shambling mound and consumes things.
Okay.
So
sounds like me in the morning.
So it seems to be like what possibly happened here was that there was the right kind of conditions for some like soil and like decaying matter and whatever that like the Eladrin corpse combined with that, considering that Eladrin are very fey related, that it then like created a shambling mound out of that.
Awesome. Yeah, because that would basically be like the rest of Basil's day is looking that up in some capacity, bringing pots to different people of the soil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly where in space time we are currently.
Have we closed out the day?
Well, I was going to posit that to you folks now, was that you're done with the encounter. Nothing else particularly interesting will happen for the rest of this shift or day unless you want something to happen.
I'm gonna tell my dad I almost died.
Okay. So then we will go then through the end of like the working shift, and everyone will go home.
Yeah, I'm bringing dirt to places, but I'm going home immediately after that.
Okay. All right.
A little note: this came from a dead person and a monster. Enjoy.
At least he's got recycling on the mind.
Also, when your day is done, even the dung sweepers who usually go for a drink decide to not go for a drink and they just want to go home this night.
Makes sense.
But
yeah,
then
they had a rough day.
later in the evening, Elric will show up at the tavern. The Strange Light. And he's looking for the four of you.
I'm gonna be with my dad.
Okay.
So someone's gonna need to summon me.
Yeah.
And
I'll probably be down in the tavern part, but not bartending or anything, just sitting at a table drinking.
Okay. And hello to Prince Justin in chat with the 65-month subscription
Dang.
Shit.
to Arvin
Mhm.
Eleron.
Very good.
Hello,
very
hello.
Well, yeah, which actually reminds me that I kind of brought it up the other night that just earlier this week, Monday, was my 10-year anniversary of being a moderator for Arvin Eleron.
Holy
Oh,
Dang.
congratulations.
good. Yeah.
And it makes me
Nice,
think,
man.
like, wow, where does the time go?
shit.
10 years.
Seriously.
It's a third of a lifetime ago.
Mhm.
Well, when you put it like that, geez.
I'm just having the flash from the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey happen in front of my eyes with time, right? Like it's just streaming sites and internet memes flashing by me.
The Numa guy, you know, all that
Oh,
kind of
please.
stuff.
I was on Newgrounds when that popped off, my man. Like ground zero.
R.I.P. in peace, Newgrounds.
All right. Yeah. So Callista's down in the tavern. So Elric shows up, and he seems to be carrying what appears to be like a wooden tray with, like a piece of fabric draped over it. And then he'll see Callista, and he'll walk over to her, and he says, "Hello again. I see you're here. Are any of your friends around as well?"
Well, I believe Peach went back to her father's house, and Basil was going around somewhere with some dirt, I think.
I come in with just a sack of dirt over my arm, full dirt face. Oh, hi, hey, I'm back.
Oh, there he is, right there. And I haven't seen Cruz, but I believe the aviary was somewhere around here.
I'm just like literally brooding over like wherever there's a high point in the building.
Well, it was the aviary who's mostly been helping out with you protecting us the last couple days, correct?
Yes, you met our other party member, Cruz.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, they kind of get conflated in my mind.
Oh, well, they're both Aarakocra, so,
Yes.
you know.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I have something for you and your friends. I would prefer to give these items to you as a group, but if there's only a couple of you around, I suppose I can show you what it is.
I'm not entirely sure how to get Peach back here. He usually shows up in the morning.
Okay. Well,
But I mean,
I guess
the rest of us are here.
Okay, that's good. I guess I can leave the one for Peach with you.
I'll see to it that he receives it.
Okay. And so then, Basil has come over then.
Yeah,
Or-
Basil. It's an eating establishment, right? So Basil flops the soil that he has collected onto the bar counter and sits like hops onto a bar stool. All right, what's going on? What's going on? It's been a long day.
Our friend Elric here has something for us.
Oh, do you need? I think I saw Cruz on the balcony, just like standing on it.
Oh, would you mind going and getting him?
Sure. It might have been his friend though. They cast very similar silhouette. Basil hops down nervously and runs away.
You just see like the aviary just daggers at freaking Basil as he's coming up the stairs.
Sorry, it's so hard to remember now. Hey, they need you down there. Can you? I mean, you were listening, right?
Yes, I've been keeping an ear out for it.
So why didn't you just come down so I didn't have to open my big flappy mouth?
I'll make sure to note that for next time. For now, I'll just take that as my own problem. Anyway, let's go.
All right. Basil brings down the aviary. I couldn't find Bruce anywhere. I found his friend though. Mr. the Aviary, right? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Well-
The aviary, but it's okay. I forgive you.
Yes.
Well-
definitely not.
Elric says, and he kind of scratches his head. I kind of made the thing for the aviary anyway. So,
What? It's perfect. The aviary.
and then he'll kind of like whip the fabric off the wooden tray that he's been carrying, and you can see little, about 3 to 4 inch tall figurines carved out of wood that look like each of the members of the party. So like
Aw.
there's one that is that like has an owl head on top of like, you know, a suit of armor, with wings poking out the back and whatever. And there's one of a horned woman in scanty like a corset and tight pants, and like a shorter figure about half size.
Vomiting.
Of a robed figure with like lots of pouches around his waist, and then another one of a raven-like figure.
Just literally a shadow.
Yeah.
Dang, Elric, is that me?
Yeah. So I'm not the
That's great.
greatest with wood carving, but it's kind of a hobby of mine, and I wanted to say thank you to you all for what you've been doing for us the last few days. So I came up with these.
I'll take the
Aw.
one of me and go, this is delightful, Elric.
And they're just kind of like plain wood, but they do have some pretty fine detail on them, and they're not painted or anything.
I kind of like go and take it. I'm just like looking at it. Oh, you even noticed the flecks of gold in my feathers. This looks nice. Thank you.
I'll like run a finger over it and then I'll put it down on the counter and it goes, "Hi, I'm Basil." I'm like, "Hey, that's great. Love it."
This isn't any like voodoo magic, right?
No, it's just regular old wood figurine carvings.
Fantastic.
Like I said, it's just a hobby of mine, and you've been a great help the last couple days, and so I've been doing this in my spare time in the evenings.
Well, thank you.
You know, I'm gonna do something. I mean, I'm not really talented like that, and most of the stuff that I make could potentially kill you. So I don't think that's a good present to give you back. But why don't you, I don't know, drinks on the house for a 10-day or something? I think we have enough gold for that.
And then his eyes light up, and he's like, "Oh, I'll take you up on that. I'll take whatever your finest ale is here."
I look at Callista and I pull out the alchemy jug. All right, the finest ale, you say?
I've seen what you do with that jug. I want something from behind the bar.
Okay, let me go back there and get it. No, we probably have a bar. I probably wave over to a bartender to
Mhm.
actually serve him.
Basil, get him something from the top shelf.
I mean, we have a lot of Stout Fellow stuff that came in. So is that good? I don't actually drink a lot of this stuff, and I haven't
I
been
had the
able to get
chance to
drunk.
drink some when we were at that feast they held.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. Pretty
Yes,
good.
it is quite. It is
Definitely
quite
better
good.
than that snow beetle stuff.
Brutal. An absolutely brutal thing to say. We give him as much as he can drink.
All right, so he'll definitely drink his fill and then stagger on back home much later in the evening. then that'll be
Alright.
it for the night.
I guess we'd either give Peach the figurine when they came the next morning,
Mm-hmm.
or we'd go tonight. I don't really know which.
I would
I have
say
a
probably
feeling like Drew's
wait till the
character would
morning.
like to go ahead and meet Peach's father.
Wait till morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's wait till morning.
Okay.
Long rest.
Woo! I get my 3 spell slots. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not dying anymore. Yahoo!
All right. So Peach will show up in the morning to join them, the rest of the party, to go on off to the work for the day.
Mm-hmm. I am carrying my lunchbox and I am carrying my flail snail plushie.
Okay.
Yep. It is clearly a plushie that I've had since childhood because it is severely beat up. And it has a soft body with a hard shell and hard eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And was clearly like a very young bird's like hunting toy. So he shows up with that under his arm, and he seems a little wistful as he comes in. Good morning, my friends. There is still no progress on the whereabouts of Tam's spirit. I asked as per usual.
Oh, we can always try again.
It would seem to me that finding that book would help.
Yes, but it never hurts to ask the questions. That is what my father says. I'm going to put Mr. Snail away in my new room. My father will be moving everything into the room while we are out protecting the dung sweepers.
Wow.
Oh, you're actually moving in now.
Yeah.
Welcome to
You know-
adulthood.
Well, you don't sound particularly jazzed about it. Is there something wrong? Can we like make it any more accommodating for you, or
Well, my father says if you feel chest pain when you're about to grow larger, that is the feeling of your heart growing too big for your chest. So eventually you'll expand and it will fill out for you. So I think this is just a normal thing. I will feel better soon.
It's almost like that snail.
Yeah, like Mr. Snail. I'm gonna put Mr. Snail away.
oh, you
Then
also
he-
got this. Right before Peach leaves, I'll motion towards the small carving of Peach.
Oh, what an unusual likeness of me. Did you make this, Basil?
No, Mr. Elric came by last night. One of the poop sweepers, and I guess he carves on his off time, so he carved one for each of us. It was really nice.
Peach takes it up and he looks at it very carefully, and he says, I think I shall regift this to my father, since I will be absent from the home.
Oh, I'll touch it. Just say a message into it.
Like what kind of message?
Perfect. As you hold it, it just says, "What kind of message?" in the Peach voice.
And Peach goes, Oh, I think my father will find that funny. He will enjoy correcting the mistakes in this. And then he goes upstairs to put away the flail snail. And then he comes back down.
Basil is fully cloaking up, hood up, goggles on, gloves on, getting ready for more of this.
Another day.
Oh boy.
Let us go. So we head out.
Okay. All right. You can. Yeah, you'll head out and join up with the dung sweepers. For the 4th day. And again, I will need a D10 roll from someone.
I believe it's my turn. I'm the one.
Yeah,
who hasn't
yeah.
gone.
I definitely rolled first, so whoever came after for the other two.
Day
Basil, Basil,
four
Basil.
of poop.
Roll a straight 10, see what happens.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
The
He's
typeface
trying.
is so tiny here. I just gotta
Oh,
make sure that I'm
he
typing the
couldn't
right
see
thing.
it.
It's not good, gang.
2.
It's a 2.
2. Okay.
That's it. TPK. Goodbye.
Well, it's a random
Um,
table, so maybe it's good.
Could
Maybe.
be. Could be.
Absolutely nothing happens today. It's very boring.
Oh.
The right type of bad roll.
And meanwhile, Callista's just sitting there like, damn it.
Yep. The longest, like, 15, 16-hour day of your life.
Oh no.
Do we pass by my dad's place?
Probably yes.
In that case, I'm going to dip in and give him the figurine.
Okay.
And then I come back and make sure I'm out of earshot from Elric, and I whisper to my friends, "My father says it doesn't look a thing like me. I think he'll be correcting it for years."
I mean, he can paint it, right? Like that could make it or get closer.
Yeah. It's just very funny when he gets annoyed at other people.
Oh, but not. Yeah, I get that.
The two children of the group he as behind the adults.
Adults are just like,
But just
We're just sitting
remember,
here for like a 16-hour day, whittling our thumbs, just like, all right, well, at least someone's having fun.
Just remember, Peach. It's the thoughts that count.
Very true, very true.
Yes, but as my father says, sometimes thoughts are very stupid.
Well-
That's brutal.
I mean, it'll also be something that he can always have at his side whenever he needs to think about you.
What a fantastic idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I brought this home and showed my parents, they would call it trash and want to throw it away. So I do understand where Peach is coming from. My parents would nitpick it more from like a bad angle. I have a feeling that Mr. Moon, I don't remember his last name's out. Why did that?
Moonfall.
It was Moonfall. Okay.
Yes.
I have a feeling Mr. Moonfall probably will keep it around.
Probably.
If we pass by his window again, you like see it on the counter through the window.
Aww. Okay. So again, the day will pass by uneventfully,
Mhm.
and then at the end of the day, the Dung Sweepers will all thank you all again for your service. Ask if any of you want to come for a drink again.
Yeah.
And then Elric pipes up saying, well, maybe we can go to their tavern?
That
sure
does make
could.
it convenient.
Because he wants the free drink.
The free
That-
good drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Part of my reasoning too is Basil will be sociable if it means that he can go to bed when he wants to, which is early.
Mm.
And Morton will say that it's too far away from home for him, so he'll
Aw.
pass on that. But Eric and Stooge and Elric will all go to Strange Light.
Hey, don't be dissing my friend Reynard. That's what I remembered.
All right. And they will sample all of the different kinds of alcohols that you can possibly have at the Strange Light.
Excellent.
One of them Basil brings over in a suspiciously non-labeled glass jug. So I've been trying my hand at some alcohol, and this stuff is brutal. Like, I've been using it to clean a lot of my glass casing. Did you want to try some of this too?
Are you sure you want to give that to them?
This is 100% able to be drunk by most mortals. It's just, I just don't know. I don't really do the whole alcohol part of the alcohol doesn't really affect me. So I don't know if like the stronger the better. And this stuff is, it's strong.
and Stooge or Renard, wanting to prove himself, will grab it from you
No.
and just like immediately down like a shot of it.
Basil's silent for like 4 seconds, just looking at him.
Yep. Let me see here. Hold on. Uh,
Takes out a small
Constitution
pocket
saving
watch and
throw.
starts looking at it. And then
Oh
looking at...
no!
Oh no.
He got a 2 on a Constitution saving throw. So he will become inebriated very, very fast.
I thought you were just gonna say he dies instantly.
No. He's
It's
just
not
like
poison.
he's just like immediately like blackout drunk.
Oh yeah, no. See, this is kind of what I was afraid of. I don't. Well, I've had like a few sips to just see how it's spicy, sure, but I don't. Um, I take out a potion of healing and I just put it on the counter. When he wakes up, probably have him drink that.
That's that's some strong stuff.
Hey, good luck,
Basil,
bud.
Basil, I want you to save a bit of that for me, not for tonight.
Oh, I have a ton of this. Actually, I use it as a cleaner, so you know I have a whole shelf in my room for this stuff
Oh.
because it's got to ferment and all that. So
Right, yeah.
Yeah. One thought of that was enough. Oh, I think I'm done for tonight.
I tuck the
Peach
potion
comes
of
over
healing.
with a feather duster made out of his own discarded feathers, and he says, "Basil, why did you give someone the cleaning solution I used for Tam's shrine to drink?"
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been. Well, it's just alcohol, right? So you know, I wanted to see how normal people, because I've tasted it and I didn't know how like strong it was. So I just was curious. He looks
Hmm.
guilty.
Who is it that you just plastered?
Your friend Renard.
No, Rena. No. Damn you, Basil.
Hey, do you want to try some,
No.
Mr. D? Okay, all right.
I'll go ahead and help Reynard get home.
Okay. Yep. And everyone will return home. You can all turn in for the night.
And Peach is at the manor for the first time.
Okay.
I'd probably go over to Peach's area, go like, if you're having trouble sleeping, just let me know. I'll be around.
When you go in, you see that everything is brutally, unforgivably neat and tidy. Everything is squared off. Everything is absolutely precisely placed. Everything is meticulously clean. Like, it's uncomfortably clean.
I can tell your father did this.
Yeah. And it's like not just the room, but it's also the tower. Like, that's also been done. So
Did he shine the pillars too? My God.
I think my father didn't like how it looked before.
Well, I think it should be suitable now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
well,
which
Go
room
ahead.
is Peach's?
I have the top room by the turret, the
Yep.
tower.
The thing that's like a den that goes into the tower, right?
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, and you notice that there is a bed, but it's made, and there's also like a post, like a bird perching post.
Oh, right, this guy.
Is this how you normally sleep, by the way?
Yes, that is what birds do. The bed
Yep.
is for my father in case he wants to come over.
I see. Well, try to get comfortable, and again, if you need anything, I shall be in the common room, resting.
Oh, thank you. And then Peach like moseys onto his post and like hunkers down the way owls do.
And I'm just about to exit as you're doing that, and my head just like does a slight tilt as I exhale and then walk out. I'm just like, That is not normal. Okay, we're just gonna pass that.
Each gets to hear the small explosions coming from Basil's room over the course of the night for the first time.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
and which room is Basil's?
Okay, so I believe that Basil's this guy? Right, because we have the
Yeah.
master, this one, this/this.
I'm over in these two usually, but
you're
I'm currently
upstairs.
set up in the common room. Just like on one of the couches or something. Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, because this was Tam's room.
I believe we offered you this one.
The spare room.
To Callista of like we don't really have a spare space right now because we still think. I mean, at some
Right.
point, someone's gonna have to disillusion us that Tam might not be coming back. But for now, it's like until Tam comes back, type of situation.
I put a heart on Peach's bedroom because his face is shaped like one.
Nice.
Oh, this den starts getting filled with potted plants over the
Okay.
course of the day too.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, there's the heart. Now I see it.
Yeah, there we go.
So I think Basil at some point after you get done. Oh, nice. There's a little bee.
Yeah, there we go.
After you get done with your experiments, you might pass by the library, and you hear like a quiet weeping coming from inside the library.
I do one of the things where it's the knock on the door, but simultaneously opening it.
Uh,
Of the like, hey, I want you to know that I am coming in. Like, hello?
So you see Callista there, and I'm sitting on not the side of the desk that Tam used to sit on, but like the other side to be like, if Tam was there, I would be talking to him. And I'll have my head down in my hands and
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude on a personal moment, but this library might be cursed to magical, so if I hear something from it, I'm just gonna check it out.
No, I understand. I'm sorry. I was just looking through some of Tamaran's things. I was searching for the book that you told me about.
Yeah, the weird shadow book. I've been in here a few times and I haven't really found it either, so I'm thinking about moving just all the books out.
Yeah, I don't think he would like that very much.
Yeah, it feels kind of bad.
I'm sorry. Going through his things just sort of. His passing, it all hit me all at once. I've been able to not really think about it since, we've been busy. But I don't know if you know this, Basil, but Tamaran was a very special person to me.
I think there's a moment of confusion, like what could that possibly mean on Basil's face, and then like looking at you, I think Basil kind of goes like a dad.
Sort of, yes.
That's I kind of felt that about Tam a little bit, even though he helped me rob that person one time. like a mischievous older Santa Claus brother, right? Wait,
Yes.
I mean, why are we talking about? We shouldn't be talking about him in the past tense because he's coming back, so it'll be fine.
No. We do need to find out why he can't move on. This is a top priority. I think if we find the book, then that might help us.
Yeah, I mean, we could after this current thing is done with all the poop and whatnot, we could really have everyone in here for a few days, and sort through the library. But I don't know. There's a lot of like magical enchantments you can put on books to make them distort and shift and warp and just not appear or appear at like certain times. Or so especially in a library that's a wizard lived in even for like a millisecond. I'm kind of scared that we just can't find it because we don't know the trick. So, but like yeah, we can go through everything if that would make you. That's probably just for the better, anyways. Something we guess been putting off a little bit here.
I hope you didn't put it in some sort of like pocket dimension.
Basil goes wide-eyed. I didn't even think of that. Nuts. Yeah. I have dispel magic, so we could kind of open the place up a little bit, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I can. I don't. My parents and I don't have a really good connection, so I don't know what that feels like. So I can leave you to it if that's. Do you like want something up to? I mean, do you want to like spend the night in his room and maybe that would that help?
I don't know. That might be a little too much.
We haven't really aired it out, and he was an old guy, so there's some smells.
Callista actually kind of laughs a little bit. It's difficult for me because I've lived at the Holy Hands house for as long as I can remember. Actually, my first memory was from when I was 6 years old. I was in a building and it was on fire. And I was the only survivor. I don't remember why I was there or who I was there with. But I remember the flames. And I remember screaming. And I remember a middle-aged man who pushed his way through the door. And he looked down at me and he said, "We've got to get you out of here." And he picked me up, and a column of mist appeared in front of him. And he stepped into it, and we were outside. And then seconds later, the building collapsed. If it wasn't for him, I would have been killed.
Yeah,
So,
it was kind of like that. A little unhinged, but in the right way.
yes. So you see, that's why I'm a bit upset. I know I told you that I knew Tam, but he was more than just a friend to me. He was a bit of a savior. And he was the one that took me to the Holy Hands house. And over the years, he would come to visit from time to time. I feel like I've lost a part of myself. She kind of wipes a tear away.
I think there's a lot of Basil who doesn't have anything to. Basil's gotten through on a lot of emotional situations by being able to like mirror a concept going on. I think this is one of the first times where it's like, oh, I have nothing like this in my life, and he kind of just puts a hand on to Clissa's calf because that's how tall he is as she's sitting on the desk. I'm sorry that you lost someone so important to you like that. He was a really good guy. So yeah, I don't know what that means, but if you need to talk to anyone, I'll be here to listen.
Oh. Thank you, Basil. That does mean a lot to me.
You might have to tell me a few times because sometimes I do space out thinking about like cool stuff that I can make, and I'm sorry about that. It just happens, and I can't really control it. But No, I'm normally a pretty attentive guy.
Well, I'll keep that in mind.
As your senior, I have to be here for my juniors.
Oh, that's right. You are the leader, aren't you? Being
Right.
the oldest.
I'm the old guy here. Not terrifying, just a normal, everyday thing. I, I'm gonna. Well, I'm not going to sleep, but yeah, if you need to talk, just like knock on. Actually, no, you'd have to knock on my door, so I don't think it's another like small scale explosion going off. But yeah, you need anything, let me know. Or really any of the other ones, they're probably just as good at this, or even better probably than I am. So you know.
I very much appreciate that, Basil.
Oh yeah, and once again, if you take a look around Tam's room if you want, sit there, spend as long as you like, spend the night. We don't really keep it locked, so yeah. And Basil does like the walk backwards out of the door a little bit.
Buddy, you have Tam's ring.
Oh, that's all in Tam's room though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all polished and sitting in Tam's room. I don't. That's what I'm trying to steer it that way.
Yeah, well, Callista's not going to get that. I'll just.
Well, that's just it. It's like I don't know if Basil will know that Callista's looking for anything here. But if she goes to his room, she'll see all of it spread out very neatly on the desk.
Where is
Magical items.
Basil at currently?
A folded piece of card, just like on a countertop for Callista.
Basil, probably after talking to Callista, just walks downstairs. Probably goes to the den, honestly, past the common room, to do some potting.
And would Callista still be inside the library?
Yes.
So I'd probably, after Basil leaves, come into the room, basically where he was. So I couldn't help but overhear some of the things going on. These walls aren't exactly thick, to say the least.
Yes, well, I'm sort of used to that. That's how the monastery is.
Well, maybe I can give you something to possibly cheer you up.
Oh.
Then I walk up to Callista and go and take from the sheath the sword out, and I put it in front of Callista.
Oh.
This is oh my. This is quite a nice.
A while back when we were in another mission, I'm certain maybe Tam may have told you about it, the mission dealing with ghosts.
No, unfortunately, before his passing, I hadn't spoke to Tamaran, since his wife passed.
I see. Well, let's just say that that was another adventure that I won't soon forget. But when we were there, we did come across a sort of magically enchanted room. And we couldn't hear anything in there. But I did notice that this blade was laying upon some sort of altar. Now, at the time, I had no concept of what this altar was. All I knew is based on my limited experience that the blade was of magical value. And considering we were dealing with incorporeal creatures, very valuable.
Yes. It's the blade of the Moon Mother.
So, unfortunately, I did just straight up take it from that altar. There was a repercussion, but we swiftly dealt with it.
Drew, your face.
But I think now, after I've taken a bit of time before we met, I did look into it a bit more to find out more information. and I understood that these were symbols of Selûne, and it only feels right that a cleric of Selûne should have this blade. So, as an apology to both your goddess and for me not giving it to you sooner, please take this.
No. No, aviary. No, this belongs to you. If it wasn't meant to belong to you, then the Moon Mother wouldn't have let you have it. No,
Okay,
this
you
is...
see, that's where you've lost me, because I don't know how that's even possible. That Selûne would even recognize me as a person worth... Never mind. Go ahead, continue.
No. The gods make things happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were meant to have this blade, then you were the one that found it, and you were the one that took it. If you weren't supposed to take it, you wouldn't have been able to.
Interesting. I'm just kind of sitting there, like, eyes wide, and like, huh.
I'm just
It's-
imagining a montage of all the worst moments of that adventure as the aviary is leaning back, and then it's playing all around me are familiar faces.
We won't
Bas-
talk about that.
Basil quickly comes back into the room like he just remembered something. Oh, right. I wanted to let you know that all of Tam's stuff is in his room. Also, so if you're looking for something in particular from him, because I put it out there as a, oh, are you guys talking about that sword we got when grave robbing?
Was it?
I just have one hand over my face and just
Just
I'm not
see
even
it, I'm
gonna
pointing.
deign a
pointing.
response. I'm just so
Wait. The aviary said that it was on an altar?
Yeah, in a
It
mausoleum
was.
where we weren't supposed to be for a very rich noble family or something.
No.
There's a
We
bunch of
essentially
ghosts.
freed a family from a curse, but yeah, this was a separate thing. It was at an altar, incredibly silent, right, Basil?
That 100% did not belong to us. 100%. Yep.
Yes, like I said, I did take it.
Trust me.
There's an absolutely dead silent landing, because Peach is a barn owl, and then you just hear all of a sudden outside the door, "Are you talking about the extremely horrible time where I was possessed without my consent and I almost killed all of you in that mausoleum?"
I opened the door. Yeah, the one where we robbed a bunch of stuff from.
And you also went ahead and stopped those thieves from getting away.
"Oh, yes." And then Peach looks to Callista. "That was an extremely terrible time. I
Everyone
was
almost died.
possessed."
Me and Tam almost died that night. That was... Wait, no, that's not good.
Sounds like you lot had quite a time.
It was a very strenuous 5 hours, let's just put it that way.
When we're not helping people
Meta.
sweep poop, it's pretty exciting around here.
Yes, but if, like I said, you were meant to have the blade. If you're not meant to have the blade, then you wouldn't have it. I am meant
Alright.
to channel Selûne's will. That is why I can do what I do.
See, I just felt a little awkward in the fact that I've essentially, in less colorful words, stolen something from an altar of Selûne, you know.
You didn't steal it. The Moon Mother let you have it.
Well, we do have to remember that when you took the blade, an undead person came out of the tomb and then fought you without honor or humanity for it. And you won.
Oh,
There's-
right.
With my help.
It was actually a suit of armor that came alive.
It was a suit of armor. I retcon myself.
In real time, a nosebleed.
Yes, that sounds like some sort of test.
Interesting.
And you defeated the test, and so you get to keep the blade. Yes, this is all fairly standard. I'm assuming that none of you are all that religious.
No, not at all.
I look blankly at Peach, and then
Peach looks
Thievery.
at Saluni and said, I mean, not Saluni, at Callista and says, I believe in my father.
I make
I don't
potions.
know if that's really religion. If you
What-
No.
What's the invention guy? Grand, Grimble, Grandus?
Gond.
Yeah, Gond. Yeah, that's the one.
Literally, God's coming over and telling you it's gone.
if you want me to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not that religious either. I can just sort of channel the will of the god. So I pay reference to her. And I've read the books and I understand the things, but I'm nowhere near as religious as, say, Matron Telez.
There's a bit of a gray area there.
Is that why
Yes.
you drink so much?
It's one of the reasons why I drink so much, yes. Yes.
Peach, meanwhile, is thinking, in the tavern, people drink a lot. Callista drinks a lot. Therefore, perhaps, in order to not be religious, you have to do a lot of drinking. Better ask Dad about that.
I think I'm gonna go back to getting my pants. My plants in the correct pots, not my pants. Those are all hanging up after washing them. Anyways, well,
Is Basil not wearing pants right now?
Basil's wearing his pajamas.
Okay.
With the ivy leaf slippers. You passed our test, so don't think of taking anything of Tam's as stealing. Think of it as Tam choosing you. And then Basil will nod, and then hey, anyone want to help me pot some plants, or are we all busy for tonight? More hands make less work.
I see what you did there, Basil.
By the way, while you folks were role playing that scene, it occurred to me: has anyone thought of taking the tiefling cleric to the orphan tiefling girl who can tell the future?
You know, I've thought about it, but I haven't really had the time.
We have been working 4 straight 16-hour days.
Yeah.
Also, didn't we give her the address to here?
I don't think you did. I think you
No.
kind of like left.
I shoved as much money as humanly possible at this person.
Yes.
For sure. I remember that.
And you left
Certainly nothing bad will happen for that.
Yeah,
you
fair.
left with the intention of coming back to check on her at a later point.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting like, oh god, the kid!
Get a note of that. Yeah, because that's Basil. I don't
Okay.
think we'll remember immediately.
Something to maybe put a pin in for later.
I mean, if we want to do that tonight, Peach is restless because, he's away from home, quote unquote, for the first time. So I could have him go flying in that direction. If we wanted. Sounds like a no.
I'm trying
I'm
to
sorry,
think.
I was interrupted in thought. What was up?
I was just saying that if we wanted to try and make that encounter happen during this in-game night, I could have Peach fly over in that direction because he's restless currently due to being away from home.
Yeah, if you can locate the tiefling girl, that'd be a huge help. Because I don't know if they moved at all after we gave them money, or if they're still in the same place.
I don't even know there's a tiefling girl, so I have no opinion.
In that case, if that's okay with you, Shadowed, Peach will probably go back to his room/turret space, be restless, and then remember, Well, if I'm not doing anything, I may as well go flying around and see if I can find the tiefling prophetess that we spoke to.
Okay.
Tell Callista about it, that I'm gonna go flying, and then basically take a night flight, and I'll be wearing the lighter armor so I can fly.
Okay. She'll be at the same street corner where you found her the last time.
Oh, is she sleeping?
And yes, she is asleep in her box.
Pick
Oh.
up
It's
the
like
box.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm. Peach will go,
She has a much nicer blanket and other stuff like around her now.
Aw.
Nice.
um. Hmm. Peach will take his glaive and like poke the box with
Oh
the
my
blunt end of it, like poke poke. Hello?
And then like you can see her kind of like stir, and she like kind of like snores a bit, and then kind of like arm flops over, and then but remains asleep.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just pick up the whole box.
Well, see, that's kidnapping. Peach is not really into that kind of thing.
And you can't leave a note for a blind person.
Yeah. Let me see. I think I will poke the box harder.
Oh my
And then this time I will say slightly louder, "Excuse me, small friend."
And then like very eerily, she'll like sit straight up without any assistance, like putting her hands down or anything. And
I
then like
dislike that.
her eyes, her sightless eyes open, and it looks it's as if like she's staring like through Peach. And then she'll say, "The Moon Mother's servant will help find the stuck soul." And then she falls back down asleep.
Peach goes, "Well, I suppose I will not lose anything by going quickly back." And then he will quickly return back and then tell Callista all about that. And if we want to go back to pick her up, Peach will definitely guide the way.
Well, I don't think we should bother her tonight. It is very late, and she sounded like she was asleep.
Oh, yes, very much so.
But I am glad to know that I will be able to help in restoring Tamarin to wherever he needs to go.
Yes, it is always good to hear words of affirmation. Maybe not so much if they are from a prophecy, but perhaps in this case, yes.
Thank you for going and talking to her, Peach.
Oh, I think it was more a case of she was talking to me. And then there would be a questionable value of who she actually was, since I am not very clear on how prophecies work. But I understand the sentiment.
Yes. Well, thank you for going anyway.
You're welcome. It is good to make use of restlessness. And I think for the rest of the night, Peach is going to bring his post up onto the turret and sleep there.
Okay, sounds good.
Just hear clacking up the stairs the entire time.
I always imagine that it's like a ladder going up, so I just imagine him like having the post over his shoulder and then climbing up the thing, or flying up the thing and then putting it down.
No work to do.
Okay. All right. So morning will come, and you'll have to head off for another day of work. I need another.
Callista is downstairs having a coffee with the aviary, maybe? I don't know. Are you there?
I think I'll do one more day as the aviary. One more day. One more day. What could it hurt?
Before Peach comes down for breakfast, he's flying down from the turret to the temple to ask about Tam again, and then he's coming back.
All right, this time they'll tell you don't come back for a 10-day.
Oh, brutal.
Nice.
And then
Okay.
Peach-
They basically say like he's stuck. There's nothing that any of us can do or you can do, and like his situation is not going to change for like the foreseeable future. Maybe don't come asking every day. Maybe come asking like every 10-day.
It's so sad that like the other party members are not here to see it, but Peach does that thing where he tucks his chin in and then he raises himself up to full height, and then he leans in slightly and he says, "I expect an apology upon my return." And then he flies back to the house.
What?
Nice.
It was- it's
Absolutely amazing.
Peach being gangster as fuck.
Just trying to be like, full feathers, everything, just like brooding figure over this person that's just trying to do their job.
And then Peach comes back, and then he opens the front door to come in, and then he shuts it behind him, and he says, "I am not proud of what I just did.
What did you do?
Yes,
I
what
was
did you
told
do?
I was told extremely rudely by the temple staff to not come every day, asking about my dead friend, whose spirit is currently trapped somewhere that I do not know. They said perhaps come back every 10-day instead." And so I looked at them and I said, "I expect an apology upon my return, and I will return in a 10-day. And let me tell you, if they were working for my father, I would leave this in a performance review."
Peach. Peach, I hope you understand that the temple priest was just trying to do their job. They weren't, like, actually being mean to you.
And I hope you understand that right now. I am an extremely upset person.
I understand. It's a rough time all around, and just I'm trying to keep the peace as best we can. We don't want to cause unnecessary tension where there doesn't need to be.
Perhaps I will feel differently after I stop being upset, but for now I am extremely upset. I'm going to my room now. And he does.
Peach, it's perfectly okay to be upset.
My father says that a lot too. I'm calming down significantly. He continues going upstairs.
Basil's coming downstairs. Oh, wow, I've never seen Peach look mad before. Okay, hey, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Trailing up the stairs.
Basil.
Yeah.
I took what you said to heart last night, and I want to thank you, because I went into Tamaran's room, and I found a ring that he had, a ring of protection.
Oh.
And I thought, like you said, I thought if I had that, it would sort of be like him still trying to protect me, even from the grave. So I want to thank you for letting me have a little something of his for myself.
I think there's
I'll-
a little bit of tear in Basil's eye, and he's like, no problem. I'm gonna go freshen up. He quickly runs back upstairs.
And as he's heading up the stairs, I'm just like shocked for the moment that this happened. Then I kind of just do like a thumbs up, like, good job.
He's the oldest, right? He's gotta get this down on pat. Basil will come back down in like a half an hour, fully kitted up, ready to go sweep more poop.
We're not. No, let him dream. Let him dream.
All right. Can I progress you through your day then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone want to give me that D10 roll?
Is it back? Have we rotated back around full circle or?
Yep.
Back to the start.
I will roll again.
Oh, 10.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
10.
We all
And
get $1 million, and everyone wins.
Just win the game. It's over.
One
End
D&D.
campaign.
okay. So, about a third of the way through the day, kind of about the mid-morning then, so like if you're starting at 6 a.m. While sweeping up in the corner of a dark alleyway, Stooge, Renard,
My boy.
comes across a bag, kind of like a fabric sack that is a bit untied, and he stops to like bend down and open it. When
No, you fool.
he looks inside, and then he kind of pales, and kind of like steps back a little bit, and then he runs and gets Basil and drags him over there.
Full big bug-eyed glasses on. What's up? What can I?
I found something, and from what I know of the four of you, I think maybe you might be the best equipped to handle what I found.
Okay. What is it? The thing in the bag?
Yeah. So in this bag, that I found
What
here,
could be so bad in the bag?
so inside the bag, is at first you think it's just a bunch of ants, like a huge bunch of ants, but it's actually ants where every segment of their body has been pulled apart. So like the head, the thorax, and like the last part, the name I can't remember.
Abdomen.
Yeah. And the legs and the antenna, all unattached, but all still moving.
Basil closes the bag. And you found this?
Yeah. This seems pretty creepy to me.
1000%, my guy. He turns on the detect magic on the goggles, opens the thing up again.
After everything that's been happening, this is kind of almost just like maybe like the straw on the camel's back. I don't know if I can take this job anymore, man.
Well, I mean, we killed all the stuff that came by, and we'll handle the weird bag of moving bug parts for sure. This time, huh? Yeah. This is totally normal. This is totally normal. I'm gonna go consult with my friends real quick.
Okay.
If you see any more bags, just let me know.
And he'll just kind of like stay there and stand there and just kind of like stare into the middle distance.
I'll produce a small vial. Something I've been working on is a flavored concoction of the cleaning beverage in my spare time. Of the like, it's like the the 90% ethanol, but now flavored. And I just hand it. Do you need like something to calm your nerves?
And he'll just kind of like push it away and continue staring into like
The offer is
indeterminately.
always open. I can also make mayonnaise. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to my friends. Puts back.
As you're approaching, I see him just staring up into. What happened right now?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It's this. So, does my detect magic do anything? Like, is this magic at all?
Yeah, it's definitely magic.
What type of magic is this?
kind of a combination of necromancy and abjuration.
Yeah, no, okay, that makes sense. Does a medicine or nature check even do anything here? I don't like this. This feels like an Arcana check that I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do an Arcana check on this, even though it's not. I have to wait a few levels before that's my forte. Okay, that wasn't great.
13 for those who
13?
cannot see it.
A 13 Arcana.
Well, a 13 is enough for you to know that this definitely seems to be like the remnants of someone's magical experimentation that they like must have like accidentally lost.
So yeah, there's this. Just show everyone the bag of moving ant parts.
What? Basil, what did you do now?
I didn't do anything. They found the bag.
Oh,
You see the
that,
1,000-yard stare?
that looks extremely disgusting.
Yeah, it's like I'm not waste, but like leftover magical experiment parts from someone trying to like figure out how to do a thing. Most likely, I don't know, testing it on bugs before they tried it on like a human or a mortal of some variety. So they pulled off, like a moving hand. You've seen hands that move around on their own, right?
Yes, they have been very useful.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
this
well, not mine, but yeah.
is quite disturbing.
Yeah, no, it's pretty horrible, but it's also kind of valuable, so we can't exactly just get rid of it. So Basil takes out some more rope, double ties the bag shut, and then puts it into the bag of holding. We're gonna hold on to it for now.
Perhaps we
You're
should inform the Blackstaff?
Yeah, no, that's kind of my thinking is that we bring this to Blackstaff and we're like, hey, so we found this on the street. Is this something we should be worried about? Because it seems pretty bad.
Yes, because your words about it being practice on something much larger, that concerns me very greatly.
And like, there's necromancy here, so like clerics could be involved, but there's also heavy abjuration, so it's most likely a wizard that also does necromancy, which so yeah, that's not good.
No, it is not. You're right. We should bring that to the Blackstaff.
Agreed.
You
Because I
didn't
really have
happen
nothing to add to the matter.
You didn't happen to see a name on the bag anywhere, did you? Maybe we will get lucky, and it will have a note in there that says something like, illegal experiments. Do not open.
Do
That's
you want to reach into the moving
is-
ant pile?
Really smart. Hold on. I take the bag back out of the bag of holding, and I start looking around. Is there a name on the bag?
No, there is not.
I reach into the bag.
It's a very
Is there anything in the bottom of the bag? Yeah. Basil's just like, oh, it kinda
there's
tickles.
nothing in the bag except ant parts. There's nothing on the bag. It's a very nondescript bag.
As Basil removes his hand, he takes off a glove that he reached in with and just like puts it into the bag and then ties it back close. Okay, great. We're gonna just put that right back in the bag of holding.
I'm so glad you had a glove on for that.
Well, I mean, we're handling poop all day, or we're around poop all day. In fact, you guys should be wearing masks because particulates can get in your nose. Oh, right, you're already. Huh.
All
I
right.
was just waiting for it.
I don't think I need to deign a response, I hope.
So the rest of the day will continue, and then near the end of your day, as they kind of come to like one of the last streets in the southern tip of the trades ward, you'll see Jallister kind of like arm up, resting against the side of a building, and he seems to maybe be a bit inebriated, but he seems to have also been like waiting for you. And he's like, there's the new recruits.
Oh, hello, Jallister.
I've been hearing the details of your exploits. Seems like you've been doing a good job.
Well, we would certainly hope so. Nobody has died, especially not myself.
I don't imagine a lot of people have seen shambling mounds just wandering around Waterdeep.
Good thing that you haven't died. Cool. Cool.
Basil leans
Never
over to
mentioned I
Callista.
really hate this guy's demeanor.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much.
I really want to punch him in the face.
Look at him just moseying up to you here like this isn't a place of work. This fucking guy.
And then he'll kind of like stumble over and then like drape an arm around Peach.
Oh,
Basil's pulling out acid vials, just looking at Peach. Just say the
and,
word.
and then he'll like bring up a finger and he starts like kind of like wagging it and he's like, "Your job is done. We have a
Oh.
new crew ready to take over for you tomorrow morning."
oh,
And you have ranked up in the Lord's Alliance.
oh, that is quite wonderful. Does it come with 5 gold?
I can do you better than that. For each of these days that you've worked, each of you will get 3 gold.
15
Well,
gold.
That is certainly more than what was said originally.
3 gold for each of you per day.
So
And we're-
15 total?
Yeah,
or is
we're
that-
on day 5 now,
Yeah.
so it's
Mhm.
it's 15 per person. Cool.
And since you've been doing this work for the Lord's Alliance, and you defeated those monsters, you're becoming kind of more well known. We at the Lord's Alliance, we've had a little chat with the City Watch, and they'll now know to look out for you, and that like wherever you go and whatever you're doing will usually be either business for the Alliance or something related there too. So they'll stay out of your hair, and if you ever run into trouble, they'll look the other way. Yeah. Sounds good,
Straight up,
right?
If he says cool, I'm gonna hit him.
All right.
I have no comment.
Basil's off to talk to the sweepers. Can't stand.
I am also
Callister.
off to talk to the rest of them.
That does sound quite wonderful. Although, may I perhaps make a recommendation?
What is it that you have to say?
Well, I think your announcement would have carried more import if you weren't so inebriated.
That's the end of the day. It's all good. Anyway, have a good rest of whatever. I'm going home. And he like slumps off and he starts walking home.
This is very good for us, Peach.
Peach swivels his head around, like, on the pivot to look at Callista and says very, very seriously,
That will be you if you don't watch your drinking.
Oh my god, terrifying.
I don't think that drinking makes you cringy.
Well, we will have to see more of the world to determine that. But he makes me very uncomfortable, and I don't want you to become someone who makes me uncomfortable.
No,
So I am worried about you.
oh, you don't have to worry about me. Don't worry, I won't ever be like him.
I will warn you if you do become that way.
Yes, please do.
I am assuaged,
And
and now I must tell my father.
well, speaking of that, if you all
Oh.
return to the tavern this evening,
Can I do something real quick for
Sure.
the group? I'm gonna approach Morton's crew. Merton, Emil, Eric, and Raymond. I made you
Reinhard.
guys.
none of those were correct.
Oh, sorry, really bad names. I made you guys some little certificates that if you bring to the if you bring to our tavern, you can drink half off after the initial thing was waived. Because it's I'd rather I just you guys do hard work for the city.
Hold on. Certificates for drinking.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta say.
For life. Right? Just half off for
Or-
life.
We
They're-
each
they're-
get
they're
one of
only-
these?
Yeah, you each get one. Oh, I mean, you guys do really hard work for the city, so why not show our appreciation in the only way that I am financially possible able to? So here you go. Just I start handing out. They're like little crayon
Well,
coupons.
Friend, you've now got the business of all of the Dung Sweepers Guild. Like,
I did only make 5 of these, though.
no.
So,
I mean, we'll send the rest of the crews to your tavern, and you'll get more business. So then we can repay you back in a way for giving us 4 of these certificates.
Oh, right. There's only 4. Right. Basil tucks one into his pocket. Yeah. No, that's well. Thank you. That's great. And just thank you for the job that you guys do. Also, if you find any more bags like this, just let me know. Give me a heads up.
Very good, very good.
I would go ahead. Sorry.
Peach says, yes, drink to your heart's content, but do not become Jalister.
Yeah. That dude's kind of weird, isn't he?
We hate that guy.
He is,
He's
he is
terrible.
very weird.
He works out of the yawning portal, like his workplace. Not like he doesn't work in the yawning portal. He works out of it. What does that even mean? I don't get it.
My father says
Where do
it's
you think
because
his
he's-
accent comes from?
Yeah, it's like I mean, we live next to the ocean, but no one like lives there. So like, where do you even get like a surfer accent from? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god.
Think that's a Baldur's Gate accent?
No.
No, definitely not.
Huh. Neverwinter?
Yes, that's what I was going to
Maybe
say.
Neverwinter, yeah.
Do they all
Neverwinter,
speak like that
perhaps?
in Neverwinter?
I don't know.
I thought they were
Personally,
like
I've-
landlocked.
Yes, I've never been, but I know it is near the water, I believe.
These are all cities down the Sword Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In a similar fashion to Basil, I would also probably towards the end of our conversation go to each of them, and I just say, "Good work again, gentlemen." And I go ahead and very sneakily, because I don't want everyone in the tavern to know about it, I put a gold coin in each of their hands. I'm like, a little bonus, and please continue to do the hard work you do.
And they all smile and thank you.
Peach also gives them each a gold coin.
just going down the line, they're sitting there like,
I mean, they
we've
do
got like
really
weeks worth of our salary.
They do like a really bad job that no one wants to do. So
Mhm.
yeah, this makes sense.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So when you return to the tavern in the evening, there will actually be Oleander, Belfred, and Fala all waiting at different tables
Oh no.
for you all to return.
What's my dad doing here?
I know what's coming.
Also,
Ba-
can we
Basil's like,
say
"Oh."
that we... Oh, sorry.
Oh no, just like you guys have very serious looking conversations. Basil's like, "Hey, see you guys later." Just like trots off next to the Fala.
Can we say that we went to the Blackstaff with the bag before
Right.
going back to the tavern?
Sure. Yep.
One bag of hand parts. Here you go.
We're like, hey, we found this while working for the Lord's Alliance.
You when you get to the Blackstaff's tower, you will actually be rebuffed and not allowed in, but
Oh.
there will be like an opening in the side of the tower that like opens up and like there'll be a note that says like, please like leave a message and like anything you want to leave for the Blackstaff, and then like it's basically like one of those bank drop off things.
Please, for the love of God, Basil, leave an actual proper message so she knows what's in it.
Peach will write the message because he has the most beautiful handwriting.
Okay, we're
Because
good.
Peach does
We're good.
do scribe work.
Mhm. Yeah, so Peach scribes the note and signs it from Callista, the aviary, Basil, and himself.
Mhm.
And also mentions that, oh yeah,
Tam died. I think you know this already. Callista's his replacement. She's cool. We found a bag of ants.
Here you go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And so then like the like drop off thing will like close after you like put all the things in there, and then like it's like closed for like about 5 seconds, and then it like reopens and everything is gone.
Classic wizard stuff.
Was
Anyway.
that supposed to happen?
Well,
I
we
don't-
usually meet up with her, but I guess she's busy with something today.
Yes, this does seem like typical wizard business.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then
Ta-
back to the tavern, I guess.
Tavern time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tavern time.
Oh, and actually, um, sitting at the same table as Fala is also Castellana.
That name is familiar, and yet I cannot immediately.
How do
place
they
it.
know each other?
Just tell us, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Matron Tellers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
the lady we went to and Basil was really stressed about and shook a box of money at her.
His friend just died. I mean, that makes sense, right? That's a perfectly normal way of dealing with stress.
Yeah, my
Mm.
boss.
Who I was literally just mean to this morning.
You were mean to one of the, lower
ranking.
lower
Oh,
ranking
okay.
clerics.
Yep. One of the underlings.
Yeah, one of the underlings. Yes.
The underlings working the morning shift, basically.
Yeah.
The boss never works the morning shift. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Basil will immediately mark the thing out loud of like, oh, wait, how do you two know each other?
Oh, well, Mr. Basil, when you've been around Waterdeep for as long as we too have, you all kind of tend to at least know of, if not actually know each other.
Wait, are you guys like, oh. You see Basil actively look at the ears. Okay, I got it.
We are acquainted.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, what brings you guys here today?
Well, Mr. Basil, I have something for you from our guild. There's been some whispers amongst them, and some of us in the guild believe that perhaps you were mistreated in the past, and but you're becoming a person of rather good renown late.
Oh, is this because of all the soil I dropped off the other day?
It'd be, well, not because of the soil, but because of the creatures that you defeated, and other work that you've done around city and the region. Exposing a devil worshipper, and clearing a family of a curse, such things.
Okay. Right.
Well,
Well,
anyway, you've been earning good reputation. That is deserving of something.
And this coming from the Apothecaries and Pharmacy Guild.
Well, perhaps not entirely officially, but certainly some of our members have all decided to come together and give this to you. And she'll hand over the all-purpose tool.
Yeah, I think the box slides over and Basil immediately looks relieved in the sense of like, oh, it's not high up in the guild chain. And then opens the box and is like, is this what? Takes it out, holds it up, looks at it. Thank you. This is huge.
And while Basil and Fala are talking, Castellana will kind of like make a come hither motion towards Callista.
Yes, matron.
Ah, Callista. Well, seems you have found a rather group that has become, it is proving themselves to have a good reputation, if rather prone to hijinks.
Yes, it would seem that their hearts are in the right place.
Yes, exactly. The hearts are in the right place. And so, where did I leave this? Give me a second here. Sorry.
I don't know what's going on. Do 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 do.
You cannot escape your fate.
Um, it is time, or rather, I believe that you should have a more appropriate holy symbol.
Ooh.
One that is perhaps has power in it for your purposes in battles and challenges to come.
Oh, I would be honored, matron.
And so then she'll give you like a like symbol of Solune that is inlaid, like made out of like pure silver and inlaid with moonstones.
Ooh.
Is it the eyes or the crescent moon?
The crescent moon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I like that one better.
Yeah. So this is a +1 amulet of the devout.
Oh shit.
So
Dang.
it can be used as a holy symbol for your cleric purposes.
Yeah.
And you gain a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls and saving throw DCs of your spells. While
Is this on D&D Beyond?
it should be. And
Yeah.
while you wear this amulet, you can use your channel divinity feature without expending one of the feature's uses.
Beautiful. That's real good.
Callista's unstoppable.
It's definitely pretty good.
We find Callista just T-posing in the Twilight Sphere, flying like in the middle of the alley.
What was it called again?
+1 amulet of the devout.
Oh, that's really neat. You basically get one channel divinity for free each day.
Yep.
Having trouble finding it?
Yeah.
I also might not have that particular book that does a thing.
It's from Tasha's Cauldron.
Oh, well then I probably have it. I think I have that book.
Oh, I see it if I search Amulet of the Devout under Manage Inventory.
Yeah, I've got
the
it as
plus
well.
one thing is the thing that you add that's like a secondary after you search just the Amulet of the Devout.
Yeah, you don't even need to put the +1, just it gives you a choice between 1, 2, and 3, so it's just
Yeah.
real easy.
By the way, once you get into Dungeon of the Mad Mage, you'll probably get the +2, maybe even the +3 later on.
Oh, shit.
Huh.
That's what I'm hoping for with the all-purpose tool. Give me the spellcasting DCs.
All right, I'll look for that later. I still can't find it.
Okay. I will then go over to Peach being very perturbed by seeing his dad, Oleander, in the tavern.
You know how children freak out when they see their like grade school teacher in the shopping mall?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that, big that energy.
Father, have I done something wrong?
No, my child. Uh, it would seem that you've been doing very much good. To the point where someone that you've met before, who is a bit flamboyant and wears a
Oh.
hat, carries guns,
Oh. Oh. Oh.
came to me and said that he'd like to pass on a gift to you from a mutual acquaintance of both his and I for you.
Oh. Is this like a promotion?
I'm not quite sure what to make of this. It
Oh.
disturbs me a little, but seems to be given with good intent, as far as I can tell.
Okay. Okay, I believe you.
And besides, I think it will very much put my mind at ease when you are off on your escapades with your friends.
I haven't been
For
naked recently.
well, this will help with that.
Oh, okay.
And then he'll open up a package and show you the Amulet of Health,
Oh.
which you already know the effects of, but I will read aloud for stream. Your Constitution score is 19 while you wear this amulet. It has no effect on you if your Constitution score is already 19 or higher.
Mhm.
So yeah, Constitution score of 19.
Which is a
Oh.
lot of health.
A lot of health. Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of ability to withstand damage.
Yes.
Oh. Thank you, Father. I will do my best to never faint again. You can still be proud of me.
And oh, we've got a raid.
Oh, a raid.
Hey!
Hello.
Thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the
Welcome
raid. One
in.
session at a time.
Yes, thank you for the raid. One session at a time.
That's Kaido.
Is it
Oh,
Kaido?
nice.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Kaido.
Kaido.
Yeah, Kaido was running a D&D game.
Right, I
over
saw
on
that in
their
Dis-
channel.
Right.
Discord
Oh,
earlier.
nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Welcome in, Hillary Ann, Yurei Chanto _CH, Oreha Kitsu Daio, Kaito Kawasaki VT, Cloud Android, Spicy Rolls,
Spicy
Uh,
rolls.
and Sauce Key Streams. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid. This
Welcome.
is Arvin Eleron's channel, but we are the Shadow Crew who play D&D on Arvin Eleron's channel sometimes. And you can find out more about us with the Shadow Crew command. But we are, as you can see on screen, Shadow Nidge, Yoi, Hoodie, Tilted, and Drew the Damager.
Hello.
I'm reading a magical item I totally forgot that I had. So, hey, how's it going? Token of the Grey Hand. Sure would have been useful a few times. Whoops.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh yeah. So then, Oleander will then say to Peach, but must say, I'm not sure I'm of the right type to be in a crowd such as this at this tavern. I will be taking my leave now.
Oh, let me show you to the door, Father.
Okay.
And those of you who look at Peach see him kind of take his dad's hand, and then not really want to let go of his hand when his dad leaves, and just stands at the door a little bit and waves at his dad leaving. And his dad does turn around at the very end to wave back, and Peach bustles back to the table, and he is very happy.
Yes. And Belfred was also at a table, waiting for the aviary.
Belfry, what are you doing out of the household? What's going on at the estate?
Ah, well, sir. Um, it, would seem that, you and your friends, um, they are your friends, aren't they?
I would say at this point, yeah.
Well, very good, sir. Yes, you and your friends, have been, uh, developing a reputation around town. And, well, I found something in some of your father's old things that I think you would find to be of benefit. And I really do think. Oh no, so I'm sorry.
What?
I just saw a message from Yoy.
I mean it in the most hilarious way possible. I just think it's hilarious.
I'm just trying.
Because
I'm just trying to put on a posh voice.
it's basically for chat. I sent as a message into the D&D chat. Belfred makes mouth noises, and I just find it very funny because the Avery is a bird and can't make mouth noises, but Belfred
really.
can, and like the contrast is just extremely funny to me. So
I wasn't even aware of anything that I was doing with the voice. I was just trying to put on a posh voice.
It's hard to do. I'm gonna have to figure it out if that happens.
hello, Mr. Poshmouth.
Um, yes, an item of your father's that you would find to be benefit, and that I think you should have.
Oh, that would be fantastic. What did you bring?
And then he'll like bring out a pair of boots from a sack that he had at his feet.
I remember these. They were shrined in suit of armor back at home.
Yes, they have a magical effect on them. I'll leave it to you to you know, figure out what it is. I'm terribly sorry that um, my memory on what all of the things that were in your father's inventory did exactly is starting to escape me after all these years.
That's okay. I think we have a couple of people that can help figure it out. Thank you very much, Belfred. I appreciate you coming out here.
Uh, Good evening, sir. I shall return to the manor.
Thank you.
And he'll leave.
And I didn't even say it like there, but I recognize it because I've seen them be used before, the
Mhm.
boots. And I'm just like, I am not a sitting duck no longer. Just randomly spurting that out in the middle of the tavern.
Peach hears this go on and sees everyone look at the aviary doing this triumphantly at his table, and then he holds up a non-existent cup and goes,
One round of drinks on the house.
Nice.
Basil go, yeah, and then shoot fire into the air out of the all-purpose tool.
Excellent. All right. How about we take a 5-minute break?
And
sounds good.
remember to those watching that a break for us is also a break for you, so have a snack, drink some water, go outside, breathe some air, roll on the ground, sing a song, and we shall see you when we return.
Okay, we should be back.
Hello.
Oh.
We are back from break. Hopefully, everyone out there is still with us as well. So, the party have all gotten some rewards.
Yes.
And,
Do you want me to describe what you did give me? Because I don't think we
sure.
actually said what
Correct.
I got. Okay, so for those that are tuning in, because it might be a second before they realize we're up again. So the gift I was given by my family were the Boots of Speed. And if no one knows how that works, as a bonus action, I can go ahead and click the heels together and basically double my walking speed until I decide to turn them off or until 10 minutes have passed. And essentially I can use it for 10 minutes every day, just got a long rest in between.
Very exciting.
Really help with my mobility problem I'm having, because, you know, having a movement of 25 is not good.
May I ask why your movement is 25? Is it because of your armor?
It's because Aarakocra get a walking speed of 25. They have fly speed. That's how they kind of balance it.
Oh, really? Mine says 30 for some reason.
Yeah. For me, every source I was looking at was showing 25 for the Aarakocra.
Okay. We can figure that out later.
Yes, because there are two different sources that Aarakocra. And in fact, Tilted, you should be using the same one that Yoi is using, which has a walking speed of 30.
You know, that extra 5 move would have really helped a long time
There's been
ago.
some times, yeah.
Whoops.
That would mean my first turn I have 40 move because of freaking Gloomstalker instead of 35.
Because, yeah, so Aarakocra, what I'm seeing here was originally printed in the Elemental Evil Player's Companion.
Oh, were you using the legacy stuff?
And
that
then
might have been it.
I think that also got reprinted somewhere else. But then again, they revised it and printed it in Mordekainen Presents Monsters of the Multiverse. And that one has speed 30 feet and fly speed equal to your walking speed.
Okay.
So now you're zooming. Now that's 80 feet around. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I can actually get to places.
We can take it as like a partial mechanical nerf that has now been unnerfed, and part of it is symbolized narratively by the fact they kept falling off walls.
Yeah.
And I am now no longer a sitting duck.
Yeah, so let's just pretend that you had a cursed sheet, and now that you have a new sheet, it will be uncursed. I am positive this is what is going on.
Maybe I'll start rolling things outside of a 5 and lower.
Let's not be too hopeful.
No, let's not say that. It could happen.
Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, because that one also has the one so that like it had a feature called Wind Collar, which we swapped out on Peach's sheet.
But I kept it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. All is well, guys. I got a lot more movement speed now than I ever thought.
The spirit of your father compels you.
Technically supposed to be the grandfather, but it's okay. We'll call it father. It's fine.
Oh, and
cool.
The all-purpose tool I got is basically the Amulet of Devotion, except for
Artificers. Yeah.
And instead of I have no channel divinity, so it's instead I get a new cantrip, any cantrip, for 8 hours a day.
And I actually found the Amulet of Devout on D&D Beyond, so I put it on.
Oh, awesome.
Good. And a nice little surprise for Drew, because he claimed that he didn't want anything for Callista, and I was like, that can't.
That can't happen. Let's give him something he's going to really like and he doesn't know he needed.
Exactly. Okay.
Side quest done.
Yes.
No longer on poop duty.
No longer on poop duty. Anything else to wrap up this night after you've all been given these gifts?
Like I said I would when we were in the break screen, my character would be the aviary will be departing back to the streets to deal with criminal scum, and Cruz will be back tomorrow.
I think that before Telez leaves, Peach is going to go up to her and say that basically he is extremely sorry, but he had a fit of temper this morning with one of her acolytes. So he will be coming by tomorrow, not to ask about Tam, but to provide some recompense for his poor behavior. Because his father taught him to be accountable, and he's going to be a good lad.
And Pelez, who is not the tallest woman, will reach up as best as she can and try and pat Peach on the head and say, "It is all fine, my dear. You are just worried about your friend. I didn't even hear of this nonsense about you angry at one of my acolytes. They deal with that kind of thing all the time."
Peaches feels even more guilty. He says so.
Now I feel an even greater weight of guilt.
But, yes, I can confirm what the acolyte told you. There is not much we can do for Tam's soul at this juncture. So, I know you are worried about his soul, what can be done, but on the day-to-day, not much we can do. But, if anything changes that we can sense, you will be sure to know.
Oh, thank you.
Matron Telez, Tamaran's friends was telling me that there was a book that he came in contact with, a book linked to the Shadowfell, and he took it and hid it somewhere. I think if I can find that might help us.
Yes, that sounds quite plausible.
Oh, Peach is going to interject at this point to mention that, there is a tiefling child living in a box in the dock wards. And, maybe...
That's prophecies.
Yeah, who tells prophecies. So, maybe we could help out a small child?
Yes. We do know of her. She does have the gift of prophecy. We have tried to take her in, as she is an orphan, into the Holy Hand's house ourselves, but she refuses to join us.
Oh. Well, in that case, I suppose the best thing that we can do is keep an eye on her and make sure that she does not come to harm. From a distance.
I agree.
Oh, well, we were talking about going through the library tomorrow, on our day off of this whole not pooping duty stuff. Tomorrow morning, why don't we stop by the what was her name? The small tiefling girl. We'd stop by and offer, like, she can set up shop here if she feels comfortable being outside, or we can offer her some room in, like, the den. It's coming along pretty good. But yeah, no, we can stop by there and then go to the library tomorrow.
Yeah, there's a garden outside the manor, isn't there?
I think it goes straight to road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm working on a garden in the den, though.
Oh,
so...
okay.
An indoor garden?
Yeah.
In the attic?
In the den. So it's the one with the glass around where, like, the tower would be. It has, like, the circle, but it's glass there.
Yeah, it looks
So-
basically like a little greenhouse thing.
So Basil's gonna fill it up with everything.
A lot of black lights in there.
It's magic. It's magic.
Best way
It's
to
all-
do it. Just say it's
magic.
magic at this point.
Is it producing a lot of heat, that room there? Basil?
You see that he's just like magic taped stones to the ceiling that he's enchanted to glow.
Ah.
I think it's funny that the farmer knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's a growing weed joke. But
Oh, no,
yeah.
okay, all right.
I don't have a whole hydroponics den up.
Yep.
I just have magic.
No, we gotta talk about hydroponics and aquaponics, the difference between them and how you really want to incorporate into your lettuce rotation. I mean, what?
I think we're done
Shadow.
with today.
Mhm.
Okay, dokie.
Long rest.
Yes.
Long rest.
Long rest.
I'm now officially
And,
attuned.
No work to go to early in the morning.
No.
Mhm.
We don't have to
Um,
deal with a surfer, bro. That's even better.
yeah.
Are we gonna head off to the young tiefling girl first?
Yeah, probably.
In the morning, I am going to bring an apology box of pastries and flowers to the
Oh my
temple.
God.
Okay.
It's gonna be like a week of you just bringing them stuff throughout.
Yeah, so like Peach shows up and he assures them that he is not here to ask about Tam. He is here to apologize. And he gives them the box, and it's like a beautifully arranged care box, basically. It's got like a bouquet, it's got neatly arranged pastries and like little jams and stuff, like basically from the tavern and like the various shops around in the alley.
Mm-hmm.
And a beautifully calligraphed note of apology to the acolyte. And basically, he hands it over and says, "Please distribute these items as you wish. And again, I apologize for my temper yesterday. I was very upset."
It happens, and like the acolyte is like stuffing a pastry in his mouth, and like all of a sudden you can see like acolytes appearing from like all different like corners and like down hallways of like the temple, like pastries. And all of a sudden, like the box has been like set on the table near the entryway, and then all of a sudden it starts getting swarmed by acolytes and clerics.
I wish them a good day and I leave. Rejoin the group. My heart is lightened.
Basil
Okay.
has the crossbow at breakfast fully disassembled with like a new, what looks to be attachment that might be flamethrower-esque on the bottom that he's been working on all night, with a big like canister, like an empty canister slot. And he's like putting it all back together at breakfast. He's like, yeah, I fell asleep halfway through this, so sorry I hate to bring my work to breakfast, guys.
And before we head out, I'd be coming in through the front door, and you see me just kind of like slouching just slowly towards the common room and just plop down. I never thought there'd be that much paperwork, guys, but it's done. I'm back. Hello.
Oh, hello, Cruz. How nice to see you after such a long way away from from our regular activities. You missed a lot.
And Peach
I'm
brings him pastries.
certain I did.
It-
That
Yeah.
sounds lovely. Please, I could use one of those.
It's been forever. Just goes back to work on the crossbow.
And I'm just like one eye on Basil the entire time as I'm eating the
Sweat.
pastry.
Hoodie, you said it's been, and then you paused, and all of a sudden my mind just goes, "It's been
Yeah.
1 week since you looked at me."
Gosh dang it.
Nah,
Frickin'
yeah.
Drew and your high roll. What do I
Ooh,
need
Here,
to
perception.
compete?
I'll do a deception because it's me doing it
Oh god, no.
with disadvantage.
Oh
so for
god.
So, for those who can't see the rolls, Drew's character roll a 24 for perception to tell that the aviary and Cruz are the same person, basically.
And
Okay.
Basil is very unconvincing.
I rolled a 13 deception.
Cruz.
Yes.
Those are particularly nice boots that you're wearing.
Bruce?
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
sitting there like, I'm just like pale, white. I'm just sitting there.
Oh, you put them on already?
And all of a sudden, you just see the visage that I have put up the white feathers drop, and it goes black and gold. Well, this isn't exactly how I wanted you to find out, but, yes, hello, hi.
As I had a feeling that Basil here and Tamaran hanging out with all Aarakocra was very coincidental, I guess.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. And it wasn't, believe me, it was not my intention to, keep you in the dark. It's just, for now, I need to be very careful with who I trust, and I've only met you up till now, obviously, for a day at that point, before the persona came forth. But I think now it's been long enough that we can at least keep you in the loop. I do go ahead and decide to deal with threats from a more stealthy perspective. And unfortunately, there's only so much I can do when you're living with these other people on a day-to-day basis. Although I will say having the boots on me, on my person, was probably not the smartest move.
My friend, could you switch the feathers of your head back? It is very strange for them to not match.
Also, I'm pretty sure it took us like 5 days to figure it out too. So
yeah, it took a little bit of time. Although I had a feeling that at the rate you were going there, Sir Basil, it was going to happen at some point, regardless of if my boots were on my person. Let's just put it that way.
So hard when you start talking to a person because you know them, and then it's suddenly like, oh, you can't mention half of that person. It's like, well, just box me in more, why don't you?
It is quite all right, Sir Basil. I cannot expect you to entertain my deception across the city of Waterdeep. But yes, if you have any questions, I would be willing to answer them. I've done the same for this fair group as well as Tam when he was around with us.
As long as you're doing the noble thing.
Of course. I keep to the same code I always have, and that is to seek out and purge injustice and corruption within this city. There's quite a bit of it, and sometimes you need someone a bit more in the morally gray area to deal with it.
I would completely agree.
Glad we can be in accord on this. But with that, let me reintroduce myself. I am Sir Cruz Swain of House Swain, a fallen noble's house, but I still take pride in my household.
Oh, I take pride in my household too. And that is quite a lovely sword.
Thank you, thank you. My offer still stands if you ever do want to have it.
No. That was given to you. That was gifted to you by the Moon Mother. So
had a little bit much to drink there.
I got matron and maiden.
Yeah, no, you're good. I had to try and throw that in there.
In the back of the kitchen, you hear Peach say, "Basil, you put
Cleaning solution in the coffee again.
Wait, that wasn't water? They were okay. I gotta stop storing those two next to each other.
Basil, they don't even smell the same. How could you make such an error?
What do you mean they don't smell the same? They don't smell like anything.
Speaking of, would you like a coffee, Cruz?
I'll take my morning tea instead, thank you.
I slide a note to Callista as I'm going into the kitchen that just reads, there's some wonky stuff going on between Cruz and Peach. It's a whole bunch. I don't know how to explain this in a note. Oh my god, what did I even start writing? I'll have to fill you in because I'm the only person that knows, and Tam used to know, and now this has fallen on your shoulders. I'm so sorry.
When you go into the kitchen, Basil, you see that Peach has drawn a water droplet on the water flask and drawn a skull on the cleaning / ethanol solution.
Why would you use a skull in it though? Because it's like good stuff for good things.
Peach looks at him and he says, because that is what you use to preserve bodies when you are done with them.
Oh no, that's well, okay. You can't. Okay, so you can, but as of right now, we use a highly dangerous substance, to store our bodies in. That if you breathe it in, you can also get just wildly sick because we're back in the Middle Age times.
What are the Middle
Yes.
Ages?
Yes, so that is why I put a skull. A skull is also how you feel when you feel extremely terrible.
Oh, see, okay, I do get that one.
Are you angry because I drew a bird skull on and not a humanoid skull?
Honestly, hadn't occurred to me. I just thought it was pretty cool. Because I would have described the alcohol mixture as the water droplet, and then the water as a wave, I guess.
Well, do not fear. I will solve this problem for the both of us.
And then Peach scrubs off the drawings and then physically labels them water and alcohol.
Oh, letters. That's thinking. Yeah, smart.
No, it's reading, Basil.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go back and finish the crossbow. What am I thinking of? Why can't I remember the name? The formaldehyde? Formaldehyde. Highly cancerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But nowadays, we do store specimens in ethanol.
Yeah.
Yep,
True.
which is why safety regulations in museums and such like are very strict about the number of cubic liters that you can store in a certain area. Because if you store too much ethanol in one space, it becomes flammable.
So
and a
now we
fire
got
hazard.
the farmer fact for today, and we got the biology fact of the day. What's next? We need the mathematics, I guess, right?
Right?
I can't offer that at all.
Me
Nope,
neither.
That's not. Yep.
Dang, I only had a math minor, so I don't know if I can really do too much there. Can go and do some linear equations. That's always fun.
I don't know
Mhm.
what value I can add for real life facts, so I'm just out. I think.
I've always said it. I'm just smart enough to know that I'm not that smart.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot all about that stuff, so don't feel bad.
So, what are the characters going to do this morning?
Oh,
We're
leading
gonna
girl.
check on the tiefling first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to tell her that if she wants, she can have a place to stay at our place. And was that it? Was that all that we wanted to do today?
I
the
mean,
library.
we could probably check in on the
Oh,
black
yeah.
stuff, but I imagine after seeing what we gave them, they probably don't want to see us.
I feel like if the black staff wants to talk to us, they'll come. They'll get us. Right? Like,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
there's not really much we can do there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think
Yeah,
what
so
else.
we'll do the tiefling child first, and then we'll try and rummage through Tam's library to see if we can find the book.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we find the kiddo?
So, on your way to everyone's going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, on your way to go find the Tiefling girl, as you're walking down a street, a voice calls out, "Oh, Basil! Hey, Basil! Over here!"
I sneakily hide behind someone before looking.
And there's like a young, kind of mid-20s human with like kind of shaggy brown hair and freckled skin. And
Oh my god, it's Shaggy.
and you recognize him as someone that Basil kind of like was like in school with slash like did fellow interning of artificer and alchemist stuff, and his name is Astern Darkstone.
Astern?
Yep.
Darkstone. What a last name. That
What
is
a
protagonist.
menacing name. Hello, who are you? A stern Darkstone.
Yeah,
No, I
right?
didn't ask what are you. I asked who are you.
Do I have good, bad, or neutral memories of this person?
Good, leaning towards neutral.
Awesome. That's exactly Basil's comfort zone. It was like, Astern, who hey, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just kind of been out running errands, you know, gotta get all the stuff done. But
Great. Yeah.
I'm so busy with stuff that I have too many things to do. And I hadn't happened to on one of these things. I hear you've been getting a good reputation around town. Maybe you want to do it. It pays really well.
Sure. All right. Did you start like your apprenticeship? Are you like actually somewhere now, or are you still just kind of shopping around?
Well, I was a couple years behind you, so I'm still kind of shopping around.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't really. I mean, I'm still a few years behind you now. So, yeah. No. I mean, what do you got? Is it anything good? Does it pay well?
Oh, well, so there's this potions guy down in the trades ward. The name of the shop is Weird Bottles Concoctions. The the gnome who runs it, Weird Bottle. He made some potions for a client, and he wants someone to pick them up and then deliver them to the client. And apparently he's really intent on having someone else do this rather than himself. I don't really understand, but it wound up in my plate, and I've got too much to do. But apparently, like, the payment on this is like a lot.
I mean,
Sus.
does he just need someone with like a pharmacy badge? Yeah. No. I mean, I can do. Can I do a history check about Weird Bottle?
Sure.
Since he's in the game, and so I might have heard.
Yep.
No, an 8 does not do.
I mean, you recognize the name, but you don't really know much about him.
Yeah, well, corner shop. Yeah, it's an extra chore, and if it pays well, yeah, we could always use the money for the tavern. So yeah, that'd be great.
Like, I think multiple platinum.
Yeah, we'll go check out later today then.
Okay, do we overhear this at all?
I mean,
we're in like the middle of the street, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna insight.
I am also
platinum
inciting.
from a freaking
Basil?
apprentice.
I will say this:
Okay.
Basil looks unfazed by this amount of money when it comes to doing apprentice work.
That's a 21 for Peach on insight.
okay.
16 for me.
Okay. The vibes that you get off of Astern, like he seems genuine, but the details of what he's saying do seem a little sus.
I go over to Basil. I'm like, it's perhaps in our best interest to look into this more carefully. Don't just
Yeah,
openly
well, we should take the
accept it.
job.
I wouldn't say that. We'll look into it.
Well, we're gonna go
We
and
were a
ask.
bit busy today, I think, so your friend will possibly want to wait a little while.
It's just delivering stuff, right? It shouldn't take that long. The town's not that big, right?
Peach places his hand on Basil's shoulder and steers him away, and curves his wing around him so they have a little bit of a muffled space that he can speak in.
1 second, Stern. We're a team meeting.
And then he says, "So, Basil, some time ago, about 2.5 years ago, my father told me about a group of people who are very invested in playing board games. And these board games have a fantastical element to them, where they pretend that they are going on adventures. Well, the leader of these board games got these people to deliver illegal drugs for him under the guise of these fantastical elements within the games.
That's crazy.
That's what I am thinking of when your friend is telling me about delivering potions for outrageous amounts of money.
A couple platinums out that outrageous?
It is a lot of money.
Oh, it's definitely like good money. It's like spend walking around. I used to do deliveries for my parents a lot. It was always like a platinum or two.
Sir Basil, for most people, platinums can last them years.
Oh,
some people
listen,
could live comfortably
now.
as an Aarakocra for our entire lifespans off of that.
I'm just saying, this is like, it was an alarming amount of money I would have noticed, but it's not. It's just, it's pure platinum.
Peach looks around and he says, "Okay, my friends, let's take a vote. Is it an alarming amount of money to receive platinum for delivering potions? All those in favor say yay. Yay."
Yay.
And then like Astern just kind of like pokes his head in the middle of the huddle and he says like, it's because of what the potions are.
Yeah.
That's what
they're probably
worried
really
about.
good potions.
What are the potions?
What are the contents of said potions then?
Don't ask. You don't ask that. I'm sorry, Stern. They don't know. Okay.
The details
it's really...
are to be revealed upon, pickup.
Yeah, it's very rude because like you could tip some other people off that are looking to steal the potions.
Very rare potions.
Even just saying that's a pretty big deal. So
like more than rare.
Reggie.
Don't worry about it. We'll swing by. We have some stuff to do, but I'll try and make some time either like midway through the day. How is this like an urgent thing or is this?
Well, I believe that like the delivery is supposed to be made tonight.
Oh, okay, but you haven't given this job to anyone else, right?
No.
Awesome. Yeah, no, we'll get it done. We'll get it done today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Basil.
Hey, no problem. Listen, good luck. The apprenticeship is super hard, so Godspeed.
See you around.
Hey, man. I just look back. It's not that weird. It's just a few platinum. It means they're really good things.
Peach swivels his head down on Basil and he says, "Have you considered that these potions might be potions of puppy kicking?"
That's just it. If I see it and I know it's poison, I won't deliver it. In fact, I'll probably steal. I look at Callista. I'll probably alert the authorities about it.
I'm sorry. What? I wasn't paying attention. What is all this about?
We were just. It's a potion delivery happening today. Just a few platinum. Nothing big.
All right.
You don't find that amount at all suspicious there, Callista?
Yes, I find it extremely suspicious.
Okay, good. I at least wanted to make sure we were good on that regard.
Okay, you guys know how much like a regular just potion of healing costs?
Yes.
Yes.
175 gold.
Yes.
For just a regular old potion of healing. Right? So 175 gold is just for the bare minimum potion. So think about how much is a singular platinum? That's 100 gold, correct?
10 gold.
Oh, it's 10 gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 to 10. Or what?
A regular potion of healing is 50 gold.
Oh, no. What am I thinking of?
So you're thinking of the uncommons?
No, you're thinking of lesser potion of healing is 50
gold. No, it's straight potion of healing. I'm checking the manage inventory section right now. It is 50 gold.
Okay. Oh,
it does not help your target.
But still, like, one potion of healing just regular would then be 5 platinum.
Right?
Oh.
It's the you're handling like at least a 6-pack of these. They want to ensure that you don't mess them up, so they pay you a good portion of what the potions cost on top. It also means you have to know what you're doing when you're handling the potions. So they pay a lot.
Yes, but it's probably not potions of healing.
No, that's the good part. It's probably way more expensive than that.
Yes, no, it's probably some sort of illegal substance.
Oh, once again, a lot of alchemical stuff is honestly not that illegal, and it's alarming.
Yes, so
Are we really going to go ahead and make the discussion between medical marijuana and shit right
Well, no, like you can have there's a whole pretty much everything up until the potions is pretty just on board legal, at least in Waterdeep right now. But everything past that is something that I need to alert city authorities for, and if it's something I need to alert city authorities for, I will, because we're good, upstanding citizens that don't steal from graves. Looks it.
Okay, another question, if you don't mind me asking, Sir Basil.
Sure.
When was the last time you met this gentleman?
I don't even know Mr. Rearbottle. So
No, the
idea.
gentleman that requested the delivery.
Oh, Stern, I mean, listen, I've been interns with like half the people that are now in like low apprenticeship. So, I don't know, Stern went through the graduating class of, looks down, I don't know what years are here. I don't know.
It's currently 1492 DR.
So yeah, I think the graduating class of like 89, 86. It was somewhere in the 80s. I don't know. I've been there for a while.
And has he ever come to you after the fact, up till now?
I think you accidentally step on a landmine for Basil. In the sense of you see Basil kind of go cold in the like a cold stare, something that Basil doesn't normally have. Is like a lot of people get busy when they start working into the real jobs, and they don't have a lot of time for me. So no, I haven't.
Okay. Well,
That
I seem to
sounds
have
like-
might have. Go ahead.
Well, that sounds like a perfect way for him to have disappeared into the work world and emerged with a criminal inclination.
Oh no, most of the time if the I have some bad news. I am the most criminal of the current pharmacological school students. So that's, and I'm notorious for just liking poisons. If I were to hear that someone was below me, I would know. So great.
All we're asking is that we play this by ear and carefully. That's all, Sir Basil. I did not mean to offend you.
It just, you guys are really good at what you do, and sometimes what you do wanders into what I do really good. And I don't do a lot of things really good, but I do this really good. So, I know what I'm talking about here. I'm not being crazy. I'm not being aloof or short-sighted. I live here. This is the world that I'm actually used to.
Okay. I won't press it any further.
And if it's crazy, weird poisons or maladies of some variety that this dude is bottled up, we'll, I don't know, probably take him down or...
Well, his last name
Swindle
is
him, or-
Weird Bottle.
That's also, I'm super curious about it because I've never heard my parents talk about this person, which means they are either incredibly talented at their job and my parents are jealous, or they are weird. So, very excited.
Hence the name.
So basically, we stroll up on this tiefling girl talking about all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get there, I'm going to pull Basil aside.
If you are going to work for this weird bottle, and we are going to make a delivery of some sort of illegal substances, then perhaps you just tell the others that they're regular healing potions.
Oh,
We make the
yeah.
delivery, and we get the money, and that's that.
I look at Callista like stone face. Have you seen me lie? I could try, but do you,
Point taken, Basil.
are you one of the clerics that has like the truth zone thing?
I can do that.
Because we can expedite this process
don't-
real quick.
I don't like to.
Okay,
I'd
well,
rather
we'll do it.
I'd rather not.
I have my methods. We can work on that first. Then if there's something nefarious, we can talk about it. That hopefully it's fine. It normally is fine. I've done this a whole lot. You always get a few platinum, and I always have to give it to my parents. So, it'll be fine.
Well, now
No, I'll save it for later.
now you don't have to give it to your parents.
I know, that's what I'm looking forward to.
You make deliveries.
Yeah.
And get money, and then you give
Yeah.
it to your parents.
Yeah, because I lived there, and so I was paying for use of the lab and all the alchemical study and research and all the reagents and, my sleeping quarters, and then, of course, my tuition to school and all the food that I ate. So, yeah, because I was an adult after 16, so I started paying my own way after I started doing more deliveries.
And who set up these deliveries?
Well, I mean, my parents are pretty high up, so we just get them from anywhere and they send me out. Believe me, if there were poisons there, I would have known. They were mostly fine. It's really a lot. You guys are expecting like crazy big stuff, and it's really mostly just boring bottles full of a lot of hair growth serums and a lot of Basil gets like real close aphrodisiacs. Mostly a lot of like nobles, a lot of like the high up nobles really like to get down. So it's a lot of like the high end stuff.
Oh yes, I know.
Lord drop, what?
All right. Okay, we gotta talk to this orphan.
Just a little bit of aphrodisiac or some shit like that on the side,
Okay, Tiefling girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. He's at her street corner as usual, sitting on the ground next to her box.
Peach taps the butt of his halberd against the ground, not halberd, glaive against the ground, just to let her know that they are indeed there, and says hello.
Hello, my friend. I do not know if you recognize my voice, but I have returned with my friends.
Yeah, we were here about like 6-7 days ago, I think. A week? No, there's no
Something
weeks
like
here.
that.
Ah, yes. The ones who sent those mean women running. Except one of you is different.
Oh. Right, we one of us had a bit of a glow up.
Well, I mean, not one person is now like different, but like a different. One member is gone, and then a new one has joined.
Oh, I think my friend was trying to say, in a very roundabout way, that our wizard died, and
Well,
we now have a cleric instead.
He passed to another plane. Let's be honest here.
Yes, his mortal body died.
Okay, no, but if you bring him back from the other plane, his mortal body will jump up and be fine, right?
Basil, you're fighting with a child.
Okay, yep, I hear it.
And then like she kind of like stares off into the distance again, and the eerie voice comes over, and she says, "The one bound through the plane of shadow is also linked to the one under the mountain,
Oh,
and
God.
also to a missing book. Both links must be severed for his soul to move on."
Hold on.
Oh.
What does under the mountain mean?
I know what it is, but would my character know what it is? That she is referring to.
I mean, yeah, like you've all been around the Waterdeep region long enough to know that, like, the Yawning Portal Tavern. That well in the middle of it leads to the Undermountain, like under Mount Waterdeep, and
Right.
that is a mega dungeon, which is the domain of a millennia-old archmage, the Mad Mage, Halaster Blackcloak.
Peach sighs heavily when he hears this, and he says, I knew Tam did too much reverse mugging in his youth.
And
Wait,
that somehow got him over into Undermountain?
we have to
Well-
go into the yawning portal hole thing?
Yes.
The one that we saw dead bodies come out of on our first day that we met?
Yes.
Huh.
Well, do not worry, Basil. We will surely get to it. Trust in the future.
Okay, do we go now? What?
Hey,
Huh?
And then
I-
she'll kind of like go all eerie again, and like look at Basil specifically, and kind of like almost like look past him, through him, and then say, "The future, not the near, not the far, the middle future."
The middle future.
I thought you were gonna say the wherever you are.
Okay.
And then Peach says, You see, it is a decent amount of time. Both Cruz and I will be alive to be with you on this journey.
Oh god,
That's
that's
right.
bleak. Okay, sure.
Well, with any luck, we'll all be there, and we'll all reunite with Sir Tam.
And then she kind of shivers, and she'll kind of like cock her head side to side, trying to like tell with her hearing where each of you are. And she said, I seem to keep fading in and out. Why are you here again?"
I'll I'll kneel down in front of her and say, "My name is Callista. I'm a an acolyte of the Moon Maiden. What is your name?"
"My name is Advertence."
Advertence. And this is where you live.
"For now,
Do you like it here?
it is where I need to be."
Yes. Yes, it is.
What? No, no. I mean, it's outside. What? Why do you look so okay about this? Wait, no. Do you want to live in a house with warmth?
Such a
Well-
day may be in store for me.
No,
Down
like
the
right
road.
now, like an hour from now when we walk back.
This is where I need to be.
I don't get this. Hands on hips.
Well,
I don't get this at all.
well, just in case this place becomes a place where you don't need to be, let me give you the directions from here to where we are, and then you will have a place of safety.
And Peach will basically give her directions in a child digestible way
Hmm.
to get to Troll Skull Manor.
Thank you, owl person friend.
Yes, that is indeed what and who I am.
Wait, how do you know it's now?
The style of their voice.
Oh,
And I can hear the certain vibrations of the feathers. They are an
Hmm.
owl. You are a raven person.
Most impressive.
Peach like does the 360 swivel head around, like, and his face is like, "Oh wow, that's so cool!" at Cruz.
Yes, it is. It is quite amazing. Yes.
Hmm. I'm going to give her a pastry.
And she'll hungrily wolf it down.
Is there
Uh,
anything that you need right now? Is there anything that we could get for you?
Oh. You'd be able to find me some of that, hot, milky, sweet, dark brown drink?
I'm sure we could
Oh.
find that.
It sometimes comes with the little white things floating in it. And
Oh.
they're really soft and chewy.
A chocolate. Yeah, I got
Oh,
that. I got there.
a hot chocolate.
Couldn't you make that in your mayonnaise jug?
Let's not use the mayonnaise jug.
Well, okay, we can use it. Hold on. I take out the crossbow and I
Oh,
take
no.
out like a glass beaker with one of the things that you set it on to put a fire underneath it. I click something on the crossbow and a fire starts coming out of it to light up the beaker and start like heating it. And I pour some of the water in. I think I have chocolate powder in here somewhere. And I just start pulling stuff out of the bag of holding.
And before you start pouring it, like, please make sure that's actually chocolate you're putting in there.
Wait, yeah, I mean everything's labeled correctly.
Not the
I'm
water
waiting to
in the
hear
cleaning
the I
solution.
think at the end of that one, so Basil.
Okay, it's not I think. It's I probably.
Okay.
I pull out just a big. It's a spice rack. It's just a full spice rack.
Oh, yeah, and I guess, never mind that she knows colors.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. She can taste them.
Yeah, she can taste colors.
Synesthesia.
Skittles, taste the rainbow.
I can taste the brown in this
Whoops.
drink.
I pull out like a little thing where it's not like chocolate powder, but it's like a dark chocolate chunk. I put it in, and then I pour out milk from the alchemy jug into this, stir it all together, and just let it heat for a while.
Mhm.
I mean, I can't do anything about the marshmallows though, so that's on you guys. If you guys have, you guys travel with stuff though, right? Like travel marshmallows.
Peach searches through the granola bars that his dad made him, and he finds one with marshmallows in. He picks those out and like puts those into the drink.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Perfect.
And then, like, once the drink gets handed over, she'll giggle and kick her feet and sip the drink.
Also, so I don't know how we gave you some money last time. Is that like a safe thing to do, or should we just give you things?
Either's good.
So I'm gonna tuck in the 15 gold pieces we got from Smugface, just into her pocket, and then with a potion of healing. Be like, all right, okay. So I don't know, we'll visit every once in a while, and once again, if you run into any trouble, come to us. I included some directions. So look, if you need to find a guard and you can't speak, you can hold up the sheet of paper, and hopefully a guard can escort you.
Okay. Between those and what owl person friend said, then I should be able to find my way.
Good luck. It is. Sure is outside. Huh.
Yes, but I am where I need to be.
Peach makes a resolution to get her an umbrella.
Deal with all the elements. Eventually, we're just gonna build a house around it.
Yeah, basically. We're gonna come back. We're gonna put wheels on the box. We're gonna put an umbrella on it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, guys.
Don't put wheels on it. Just start driving off the deck.
I need to get Gnome Depot on the case.
Oh no! Not the
Um,
return of Gnome Depot.
I'm sorry, 6-year-old child, but your cardboard box is not up to code.
Right before we leave, I'll kneel down to her again and say,
If you need us to help, just ask for assistance from the Moon Mother. I'm sure she will be able to contact me, and we will come help you.
She'll give a thumbs up.
as she's kicking her feet and drinking her hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Drinking
and,
hot chocolate, has a pastry. On the other hand, she's having a good old time.
Right.
once you're done with that beaker, you can resell it for somewhere in between 15 to 30 silver. So, enjoy. Have a good day.
Okay. So,
To weird bottle.
I
Well,
really
do we
have
want
to
to check the
wonder.
library first?
Well, the library's back at home, so we're already out, right? Might as well do the out stuff.
Right.
All right, let's go.
I just
Make
find it so
sure-
funny that like you could canonically have a last name like Weird Bottle in this universe.
It's not the weirdest name I've heard.
Stooge.
Hey, don't be dissing on my guy, Reynard.
Yes, so Tiefling Girl was way down at the southern tip of the map. That's Dock Street and Net Street. That's where the red X is on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So that's down here. And Weird Bottles Concoctions is... hello?
Hello.
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 We hear you.
Yep. Here, Mars Walk in the northern part of the Trades Ward.
Oh, geez, that's quite a trick.
So that should be here-ish. I'm pinging on the map.
We literally could go by the house in the way.
Okay.
Where did you ping? I missed it entirely.
Right over here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there.
It's actually a little bit further, but
And
still.
was this yawning portal? What was this?
Yawning portal's down, like
Okay.
way down here.
Oh, it's this guy. Yeah.
This guy.
Oh, right. It's actually labeled.
Yep. One of the few
I
things that
never
actually
look for
is
it.
labeled.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you make your way up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Do you want me to introduce this, or shall we call it quits for now? Up to you, folks.
think we can
Is there a
introduce
lot
it.
of intrigue that's about to happen here?
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
Can you give us
we
a
can go.
brief overview and then end on a cliffhanger?
Sure.
Perfect.
We open the door and a fireball goes off.
That would be quite the cliffhanger.
That'd be one fuck of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That's next week's cliffhanger.
Dang.
It'll be aimed squarely at Crew Swain, who's gone suspiciously missing for a couple of weeks after.
All right. So, Weird Bottles Concoctions. You arrive, and you all enter the shop, or just Basil, or...
I'd
I'll go
probably
in with
keep,
Basil.
I'd probably keep guard by the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably stand like on the inside of the door. You know, just to be careful.
I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up in that shop.
He's at the counter. He's already unloading everything he has to contain bottles.
He's already
Alright.
licking the counter.
So you find it being the ground floor of a small two-story building.
Mhm.
The shop's single square room is lined with shelves carrying vials in varying sizes, as well as individual ingredients for sale, such as crow's feet, bat guano, and other odorous oddities.
Mm.
A wooden counter lines the back wall of the shop, behind which appears to be, from what you can see, a small laboratory. And then a small staircase leads up to the second floor on the side. And there is a gnome behind the counter, and there's one of those little bell things on the door when it opens. And he doesn't even look up from what he's doing behind the counter, and he's like, hello. Yeah, how can I help you?
A Basil Glapperpot with the Guild of Pharmacology. Hey, I'm
And
here.
he whips up and he peers over the counter. He's like, oh, Globberpot.
Yeah, no, sorry, I can't do anything about the last name either. Stern, told me about you had a job here. More than happy to fulfill it.
Oh, schemo. You see who they're sending us now? Oh, how far we've fallen. They've sent the Globberpot boy. Well,
I just, yeah.
I suppose they'll have to do. Oh, yeah, yes. So you are going to be the one making this delivery.
If it makes you feel any better, I do have a bag of holding that is certified with the guild, so there will be no jostling of your package in between the pickup and delivery point.
Oh, I suppose that's good enough then. Why did they send me the Globberpot boy? Anyway,
Sir, I understand your hesitancy. May I inquire as to what it is that you're delivering today, and if I need to take any type of special care with it, gloves or face masks?
this is a very important and not to be trifled with delivery.
Of liquid nature? Are you delivering reagents or?
Yes, potions. See, and he like turns around and grabs a small coffer off of the back shelf and brings it over to the counter in front of you. And then like he kind of like looks around at first, make sure that it's only your party in the room, and then like he keeps a hand on the coffer, and then like you can see him start to cast a spell, and he's casting detect magic.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Are
like,
we all in the radius of it?
Yes.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And he's like, oh, much magic on you folks.
Yeah, we're
But
good
at least
our
there's
jobs.
no one else here. And no spying eyes. As he kind of like looks around the room.
Okay. Sir, what's in the package?
What's in the box?
And then he'll like undo a clasp on the front of the coffer and opens it up and reveals its silk lining with 4 vials inside. And he says, very rare potions for a very special client. Potions of mind reading. And then he snaps. And then he snaps the coffer back shut. These are to be delivered to a woman. A very mysterious woman, dressed in all black, with a mask and a purple cloak, near the Godcatcher, 2 hours after sundown.
You have. Okay. How did these potions look legit?
I'd like to insight check this guy.
Wait, I mean, the guy's crazy. Did the potions?
No, I mean, is he lying about what the potions are?
Yeah, that's
like that's what Peach wants to know.
Kate, Basil, at the quick glance you got, and with your knowledge of potions, they appear legit.
Okay, it's good enough for Basil.
And Peach, you want to do that insight check?
Yeah. Well, I'm terrible. It's just a 6.
Okay. Yeah, all you can tell is that he seems very eccentric.
Legit.
I'm sorry, sir. Like full mind reading, not just like detect thoughts, or are you talking like full telepathy?
Potions of mind reading. You know what those are, don't you?
I know those are. It's just there are more new. Yes. We can take this 2 hours after sunset. Where was it again? Takes a little notepad.
The woman in black with the purple cloak by the Godcatcher. Big giant statue. Can't miss it.
I rolled a 16 on insight.
Okay.
Can I glean anything from this? Like, how shady is this dude?
You're getting shady vibes off of him.
all the vibes.
Like, you can't tell for certain, like, if he's, like, lying about what the potions are, or if he's trying to, like, lead you into a trap, or, like, what exactly is going on. But there's something seems slightly off.
I nod to him and I lower the goggles of detect magic
Yep.
that I have, and then I just turn them on
Okay.
as I go to take the box, and I hand him
You are
like, an
blinded.
itemized note. I'm blinded.
Everything in this shop is magical.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, the
Is it
box
all-
is magical. He is magical.
Is it all like discordant magic, or is it all of the illusion category?
It's like all various different types of magic.
Okay. I slowly remove the goggles, blink, and then, okay, yeah, I think we can do this. So here's your itemized list of potions to be described at a later date, delivered by one Basil Lopperpot to a mysterious stranger. Can I have you sign this, please?
Oh, fine. And then he kind of, like, flicks a finger, and then, like, a quill, like, rises up out of an ink pot and, like, flicks over to the paper and then signs for him.
By signing this, you have agreed that both you and I are in accord, and we have no mysterious nonsense between us, like, strings being pulled in the background. I'm just a dude delivering potions for you. Good? Are we good?
You will receive your payment from her.
Okay, great. I just take the the box off the table gently and
She
put it in the bag.
she requested me to make the potions. I just need them to be delivered to her.
Okay. All right. We will be delivering them 2 hours after sunset, next to the Godcatcher statue, to a woman in black with a purple cloak.
Good.
I hold my hand out for your handshake to signify that the deal is done.
He'll ignore you. And then
You
he'll look to your companions and say, "Oh, now, do any of you have any business dealings? Do you need any potions? Potions of healing, greater healing, clairvoyance, vulnerability?"
We were so close. You don't ignore the last part. It's just the last part, dude.
You fancy Aarakocra. Perhaps you want a potion of invulnerability.
Oh, are we gonna do a shopping trip next time?
Basil hops off the counter. Don't listen. He's gonna sell you a hokum. Let's go. They don't. If anyone's gonna give him potions, it's gonna be me. Let's get out of here. I'll scoot everyone out of the store.
Okay.
What are you, a little jealous there, Basil?
I don't often get treated like that because of my parents, but I do often get treated like that for people who aren't scared of my parents. So yes, I am a little hurt that both my parents weren't scary, and that my parents have to be scary for me to not receive that treatment in most potion shops. So yeah, no, I'm a little distressed. I just want to.
And Cruz, you were kind of keeping active watch near the doorway, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll get you to make me a perception check, and everyone else, what's your passive perception?
Nothing.
Peach's passive perception is 13.
Okay.
14.
11.
Okay.
18 from me.
Dang,
Aha.
son.
All right. So as you all exit the shop, Cruz, you will notice that there is a figure across the street, down and across the street, around the corner of an alleyway that seems to be watching you.
Oh, here we go again. How many times have I seen this and I've had freaking nightmares about it?
This figure is different. It's
Oh, it's not a glowing red eyes, you mean?
No. This one seems to be short and like wearing like vagabond clothes. and we'll deal with that next time.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Oh.
I was gonna say it's a spy.
we'll have to see the end of Spy Kids 3 after, I guess.
Mhm.
I forgot that Basil was going to be treated like garbage because he's the lowest of the low in the Apothecary Society. And I was like, oh, wait, no, this actually, when you didn't shake the hand, I was like, oh, right, this is how it's supposed to go for him.
Also, that character is just like supposed to be rude.
I worked doubly so.
Thematic.
Very good, very good.
Yes.
I'm glad I got to introduce that little bit at the end there.
I always like when there's a cliffhanger.
Yes.
So, how illegal is mind reading in Waterdeep? I guess is the question.
It's a mid-tier
Yeah.
spell, right? Like, it's not crazy.
Yeah, but like there's a whole code legal that we have to follow to avoid being arrested and stuff. So I was
mean,
wondering.
Nothing on that about
Considering
mind reading. I did check that for me.
considering we were at a gambler's hall that had decks of many things used as just a regular thing in the background, while people just resurrected after being confronted by the Reaper of Death.
That's true,
itself.
but it was for hyper rich people, and we all know the rich people can pay their way out of having to follow laws.
Right,
So,
Yes, we are all very well know that.
meanwhile, we're just peasants, really.
Truly.
There's nothing explicitly illegal about the making and purchasing of potions of mind reading.
Okay.
It's what they may be used for and in what circumstances that might be illegal.
There will be a part 2 to Basil doing a delivery thing, of which he's like, all right, we're all gonna have to put on masks and we all have to hide our identity. So anyone that can, look different.
Oh,
Oh,
Peach
I'm
is
already on top of that.
Peach is 100% just going to be like, why don't we just switch the liquids for something else and we can keep the potions.
Oh my.
I think Basil will die. I think that's a.
I
And
think that's
well,
brilliant.
remember that you only got like a brief look at them. And
Yeah,
then you were ushered out of the store.
magically locked, right, in that box.
No,
Or awesome,
not
great.
magically locked. Just clasped.
When we get back, yeah, Basil's gonna open the box back for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
All right.
that was after battle last time. This was a very roleplay heavy session.
Yeah,
Yes.
but we might be stealing from a noble if we don't deliver it. That's the real problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's all things to consider for next time.
I mean, he can't prove that we switched it. Can he?
I mean, the
As long as
client could definitely be upset about it.
yeah,
his-
but then it could just be like, you made a shitty potion. We can be
If
like, we
his-
never touched the thing.
Entire store was magical. I don't know, maybe. That's scary. I'm scared.
Very shit.
Well, I thought that was a pretty decent session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew, how did you feel about tonight's session? And then, do you have anything else going on that you might want to plug or mention?
I liked seeing everybody's incidental character, like who they're connected to.
Mhm.
Not like they're, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I like seeing, what is it, Moon Oleander,
Oleander
Mhm.
Moonfall.
Moonfall. That's what it is.
Yep.
I can't get it right either. I'm like Hoodie.
Well, at first I was like, surely it's not Moonfall, the Roland Emmerich film. And then I was like, oh no, okay, it is. Okay, great.
I can change the name if it's easier. It's not
No,
like he's been on screen all that long.
Moonfall works great. It was just one of those things where the last time I had heard it, I heard the Roland Emmerich film. And I was like,
Mhm.
that's just my brain conflating things. There's no way it's the same thing.
Yeah, but I get a kick out of that, seeing all the characters that are connected to the characters.
I thought it would be more interesting to just like have them all show up at the tavern
Hmm.
rather
Right.
than like they like showing up randomly or like you have to go and find them or anything like that. I was like, just have them all show up at once. That'll be funny.
Yeah.
There was a thing where I wanted Callista to ask Peach about how he's an Aarakocra and his dad is very much not.
hmm
Well, you get to
Don't
talk
worry.
to Basil about
That's
that.
right.
Yeah. But it kind of worked out because that whole time I was looking for the amulet you gave me.
hmm
So I kind of missed like a little bit of that conversation because I was focused on that.
Yep.
He was lost.
But it
in the
made sense
sauce.
because Callista would have been focused on the amulet, so she would have missed that conversation anyway. So I was like, oh, this actually works out. Like I caught the very last bit of that when Peach was ushering his dad out the door. I was like, wait a minute, what just happened? Oh well, you know what? That makes sense.
hmm How do you feel about getting that amulet?
That's a pretty fucking badass amulet.
Mhm.
So next time he's gonna throw 2 shambling mounds at us.
Oh.
No, we're still
Yeah.
not good enough for that.
Because Callista started with the Boots of Elvenkind.
Mhm.
And then I knew that I wanted to get the Tam's Ring of Protection.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, that's 2 items right there, so that's fine. I don't need anything else. That's why when you asked me, I was like, oh, I don't need anything. It's all good.
Mhm.
And that's going to be your last attuned item. At least for now.
Yeah. Well, I have another slot.
Oh, Boots of Elvenkind don't require?
Nope.
No.
Mhm.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the session tonight. If you want to see more of me, you can find me at twitch.tv/Drew the Damager. Sunday night, I'll be playing some Chrono Trigger.
Nice.
Come on by and check that out.
Do you think you're getting close to the end?
Oh, I'm real close to the end.
Okay.
I mean, he could do like all the 15 or so different endings if he wanted to.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I did a bunch of the side quests last time. I got maybe a couple more I probably got 2 more sessions before it's done.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Drew. Tilted.
Hey,
Thoughts, impressions, anything about tonight's session?
Well-
Anything else going on?
well, yeah, I mean, this was really fun session overall. It was a bit role play heavy, and that's perfectly fine. We had a very combat heavy session yesterday, and
Or last
both were
time?
very, very, yeah, or last session, yeah. But overall, I mean, I loved all the little interactions we got to have. It was nice to go and have a little bit of heart-to-heart moments with Callista's character with the rest of the party,
Mm-hmm.
so that way they can feel more like ingratiated into each other's stories, which is always nice. Um, in general, it's always fun to see Peach's antics in the background. uh, the fact that you have a perch set up in a bedroom is hilarious to me. On top
Look,
of
I'm
that,
not weird, you're weird.
and I do like that we also got to delve in a little bit more, I think, into Basil as a character too.
Mhm.
Usually he's kind of like, no offense to him at all, he kind of turns into a bit of a comic relief at points. But I
That's
feel like
me.
we got a little bit more of a seriousness out of him because of just the situation we're going to be in now with these potions that we're dealing with. In general, it's just nice to go and add a little bit of extra nuance to his character this session. But yeah, I had a great session. It was fantastic. You can catch me over at twitch.tv/tilted gaming. I'll be streaming probably more of Death's Gambit Afterlife, which I've been playing, which is a fun little 2D Metroidvania with Souls-like combat. That'll be tomorrow and the next day. And then I will be going on vacation, not this next week, but the week after.
Week after.
So,
Yep.
yep.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tilted.
Mhm.
Hoodie.
I mean, yeah, it was a great. It's always a great session. I mean, that's the thing is, it's never. we're not gonna sit there. And I was like, I don't know. I had a real bad one today, Chief.
Yeah.
No, it's always great. I
Well,
do.
and it's like I never am like I don't think I'm ever like pushing you folks to make it role play heavy. That's just like
No.
Yeah, we just do it.
Yeah.
you bring
We're
that
just
forth on
vibing.
your own.
Yeah, it's just kind of how it falls
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's like if you didn't want to do that, we could be like straight on like
Just
hurrying
blasting.
through things, but like I let you take it at the pace that you want. So
As long as it's not
Great.
boring for everyone, that's all that matters, right?
Mhm.
We get to have fun living as these characters. I I do always play Basil for last because it's the if everyone's someone's got to be goofy at some point for things because when the goofy character is no longer goofy, things are bad. And so it's always that like that secret weapon of like, oh, if I play goofy, then the moment things get serious and that goofy person can't be goofy, then things are off and it feels bad, just in general. And so it's like the fact that you got to see Basil kind of, uh, in the element of that thing that he doesn't really talk about or want to interact with. It's like, oh yeah, that's that was actually a bad part of his life. No matter how weird or strange or like floor licky he is, it's like, oh yeah, no, he was it was a not good life that he was living. I love throwing the thing in about the oh yeah, I handle a lot of money all the time, and I would always pay it to my parents. After 16 of the like subtle abuse tone, like undertone of Basil, that like oh yeah, he was treated very well, and then it was like a you're no longer the golden child, you're gonna have to pay your own way. Good luck, Godspeed, type of abandonment from his support system that he had. Um, so yeah, but that the Calista stuff, um, it, Peach with the stuffed animal, Peach walking Oleander to the door and then waving goodbye, which is very much a thing I did as a child, which is the like waving goodbye to a parent and then like should I walk out of the front door to continue waving goodbye? Like I don't know exactly what to do here because I'm scared to see them leave more. Type of feeling of like that. Yeah, I feel that. Cruz getting outed, good stuff. Real, real good stuff.
Yeah, that was great. The funny thing is, technically, it wasn't even your fault.
Nope, technically
It was just
not.
me not thinking, like, oh, wait. Yeah, that would be equipped, wouldn't it?
Hey, Boots. It is hilarious that that was the thing that did it, not Basil. Because I
No,
thought
no.
it would be Basil.
Yeah, that's what I had in my head. I was like, as soon as you said I'm gonna come back as Cruz, I'm like, he's gonna have those same boots on.
Yep.
It's gonna be super obvious.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's it for me. I exist. That's kind of the end of it, right? Like,
He exists.
Are you hoping for one of your D&D sessions this Sunday, or?
I believe so. We were supposed to have one last Sunday, and then it was Labor Day, and I woke up and it was hot, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this. So hopefully, it's called Sometimes on Sunday D&D. So sometimes on Sunday there's D&D. This Sunday looks like it's going to be a sometimes where we're on. Once again,
Awesome.
had just a fun little tidbit. We had a person go into a wrestling match with a Duchess of the Court of Winter, and then got married afterwards. So that's what's happening on our channel.
Huh.
Yeah.
A little bit of chaos, keeping up the
Yeah.
vibes.
She had killed the previous duke by decapitating him in a war that was bloody for the throne, and she had been essentially courting partners through wrestling and feats of strength. And so when one of the characters almost beat her, she was like, "You're gonna be my husband," and it was great.
In that voice.
Oh, she's
All
a
right.
total
I mean, what other voice would you use? That's the only voice you can use.
I get it.
She's
Yeah.
a bricked
caught
up
me off
lady.
guard.
She is huge.
All right. Sometime I definitely want you to DM for me.
Yeah. All right. Once again, a one shot for me is gonna be wild.
All right. Thanks, Hoodie. Yeah. Make sure to check out Hoodie on Oh My God a Truck. And Yoi.
Hello. I'm
Any
still Yoi.
Yes.
Also, still Gubby. Still he, they
Gubby.
pronouns.
How did you feel about tonight's session?
I loved all the little character moments that
Mhm.
people got. The the unintentional hilarity of all the characters still. Like, it's just great. I love the gremlin energy of, like, not just the IRL players, but the characters also, because sometimes, in very rare instances, you can have an absolutely wackadoodle table, but then the characters themselves don't have that energy whatsoever.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I think it's really great that both the table and the characters are like that. um, Also, we saw Peach being actively mean to somebody for the first time.
Yeah,
A wild out of pocket experience.
it
Actually,
really was.
Yoi, to your comment about like people's personalities at the table and whatever, I had to like change all the stream information before we were going live tonight. Sometimes Arv sets it up for me beforehand, and sometimes I have to do it. I had to do it tonight, and so then like I'm like looking at the tags section where like you can like put in like tags for like what the stream is about, whatever. And I'm thinking,
Mhm.
I'm sitting there thinking of like tags to put in, and of course I put in like D&D, 5e, like
Mhm.
ongoing campaign, and I'm like
Hijinks.
hijinks, shenanigans.
Gremlins.
Yep. Yeah. But and yet it is also still so fitting that nobody in the party was around when Peach was mean. So
Mhm.
that image of him is still not sullied for the party.
I mean, you were mean, or you were upset, not
I
mean
was
to the
very
character.
upset.
You were upset in front of the rest of the characters. So like, whoa, this is different.
Yeah.
But then the meanness was negated when you did the nicest thing for any retail worker ever, which is you came back the next day, apologized, and brought them food. Right, like a thing that a retail worker doesn't get.
Yeah.
Nope.
Being a former retail worker.
Seeing a pastry, let alone multiple pastries, is like, what is happening? Is Santa here? What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah. Anyone who's had to work a job in which you have to deal with the public.
Yeah, not a lot of people are always so happy and kind.
I had a lady poop in one of the changing rooms when I worked at Sports Authority. It was great.
Oh my god.
Holy
Can't recommend it
crap.
enough. She thought it was a bathroom. Can't fault her. Listen, it happens to some people.
It's like while persons might be nice, people are awful.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, there was I worked at a bakery once, and one of the things we had there were deep fried beignets that were
Oh
dusted
my
with
So
powdered
good.
sugar and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my god.
We
Yeah,
do
and
that for
then
Mardi Gras at the stand too.
yeah, and basically for like they were put in the Asian section of the bakery, so they were labeled
Huh.
Chinese donuts for
Huh.
whatever freaking reason.
Huh.
And then I was just minding my own business, and a random lady comes up and she goes, "Oh, Chinese donuts. Are they filled with Chinese things?"
Huh.
And I just
What?
stood there, like, absolutely flabbergasted, because I was like, did she actually ask me that question? Does she not hear herself?
Oh
Like-
my
like Chinese what? Like what? What do you think's inside?
I was like,
Just a little bit of star anise or something, you know, just
I was- what? Yeah. So I feel that retail worker pain. But yes, in terms of where you can find me, you will not. But I mean, you will. You can find me where the skies are blue at the Magpie Bridge, and if you want to see more of me, you can continue watching this campaign, for I am not in front of a camera otherwise. Ho ho ho.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Yoit. And I, of course, am Shadowed Mage. I had a good time just letting everybody riff off of each other tonight, while then also introducing some, completing off one side quest and introducing some new intrigue, which next time hopefully they will complete. And then we get plot.
Hey, so excited.
Oh.
That was the other motivation for me taking this up. Was like, yeah, I want to take another side quest immediately. Thank you.
You know what's hilarious though? We're gonna have just a massive cliffhanger. Because we're gonna get to session 19, do it, get through the side quest, maybe,
Mhm.
and then main plot. See you guys in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so make sure to tune in on Wednesday. Find out what happens with this side quest and an introduction of plot. See if that joke that Yoy and I made earlier was a joke or maybe actually true.
Ooh.
Ho ho ho.
But of course, this is Arvin Elrond's channel. You can find out more stuff about Arv's Patreon, books, graphic novel, etc. by doing commands in the chat. And of course, there's also always exclamation point BLM for Black Lives Matter, exclamation point Ukraine, support the people of Ukraine in the ongoing war, and exclamation point help now for mental health assistance and things like that. Thanks to everyone who tuned in to watch tonight. It is getting kind of late, so I think we'll not do a raid this time. But be sure to come back around to check out Arv's other streams, and of course us on Wednesday. If you happen to be interested in following any of those other people who amongst us stream, be sure to follow them as well. I also stream occasionally. I've been playing some Golden Sun. I'd be doing that tomorrow night. But thanks again, everyone. See you all later.
Thanks for
Bye
gaming.
bye.
Bye.
I'm going. Bye.